next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
We're live. It's Crunch Time on Woodward Sports on a Tuesday. Back in the studio yesterday. We're at the golf outing for a great cause with all of Woodward Sports. Well, first two shows at Woodward Sports, but we are back in the studio today. Jeff Iafrate, Booner, KG, Caleb Zarnick. Pack show today as well. Lots to get to. We're going all around sports today. Brandon Sorbsby out of Texas. We got the whole dilemma there with the betting and stuff, and he apparently is going to play football, which makes no damn sense. Booner was arguing with Neil Rule in the back, so we're going to address all of that.
It was a fun argument.
Talk some college football, Dylan Larkin trade destinations. We'll revisit the Dylan Larkin stuff as always. We have a stock up, stock down, a segment we're going to rip today as well, which will be great. It'll be all of sports. Maybe we'll talk some NBA Finals, Lions OTAs, all across sports today, fellas.
Should be a fun show. Scooble. I want to talk a little bit about Tarek Scooble. We talked yesterday that we were going to have the conversation. We ended up not really having that conversation, so we do that. And the NBA Finals, boys. So, yeah, it should be fun. Packed show, boys. How are the boys doing?
Feeling good. Back in the studio. Feels good. That golf outing was insane yesterday. We saw a ton of cool people. Got a lot of cool interviews. Shout out Spenny, Kevin James. That was really, really sweet. Yeah. But feels good to be back in the studio today.
Oh, you know I'm cooling. I'm riding with my guys, man. So just happy to be back in studio.
Let's go. The studio. It is.
I was rotisserie chicken in that sun yesterday.
It was hot out there yesterday.
God damn.
I'm burnt. Like my arms are, they're red.
Yeah. Is this now we're coming out with a new Caleb fear? Is it the sun? The sunburn?
The sun.
No, I'm not. The sun's afraid of me, Jack.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I like to hear that. Yeah, we kind of touched on some stuff yesterday. Yesterday was just one of those shows. I mean, we're at a golf outing. We're having a fun time. We're talking sports. Just good vibes yesterday. We didn't get to a lot of, I would say, material that was maybe deep. You know, It was just kind of like I shit on the Packers yesterday. If you missed that, you can go watch that. That was fun. We did some Overreaction Monday stuff. Talked about the Knicks, which they did lose last night, so we'll talk about that as well. Let's get to this Tarek Scooble stuff. Let's talk some Tigers for the people here because Tarek Scooble trade, okay? And there was actually a report, and I saw it, and Tony Paul actually has it too, but I saw an MLB insider kind of gave his opinion on it too, that he doesn't believe. I think it was from The Athletic, I want to say, that he doesn't believe that Tarek Scooble will be dealt at the deadline. It's an opinion, obviously, but then Tony Paul put out a video of Tarek Scooble saying he still believes the team is a World Series caliber team. And he said, quote, we're going to make a run. That's what Tarek Scooble said. This was yesterday.
That's good PR, Scooble.
I watched it.
Great PR.
Good PR, Scooble.
Can I be honest, though, with you guys? This
Sure.
is where I'm at with the PR stuff, like with Scooble. We have seen, and tell me if I'm wrong, because I would love to know.
Yeah.
But we have seen players, like in Tarek Scooble's position, come out when a team is in the dumps. And obviously the trade deadline's coming up and being straight honest about it. And just being like, hey, this team, it's a disappointing season. This is not what we wanted. He did come out and was like, hey, when we get healthy, this is a World Series team. And in preseason, boys, like a healthy Tigers roster, what did we all say?
I didn't say World Series.
What did we, Caleb?
I said.
What did we say?
I said fringe World Series.
But that was the conversation,
Sure.
correct?
Yes.
And I think
was
that's
the conversation.
Scooble's point is, hey, we are going to get healthier if we can somehow get this thing. That's like I told you guys yesterday. If we can be 3 or 4 games over 500, the next, keep going, leading for the next month or two up until the trade deadline, then this thing is still afloat. And that's where I think Scott Harrison, their mindset is hey, we still feel like healthy, which again, that's the key word I think is healthy. We can get to that World Series contenders and we can get back to where we thought we were preseason.
The two problems, though.
But this is the issue.
I'm telling you, the two problems. One, the hole that you were in before Tarek Scooble left and the hole you're in now. Two different things. It looked a lot different when Tarek Scooble first got in.
It's an uphill battle, agreed.
And the second thing is just I don't think they got the horses to even be a playoff team. Like, when you really look at this team, healthy or not, but when you look at this team healthy, are they good enough to actually challenge for a World Series? I don't think so. And to me, you cannot let this man walk out the door for absolutely nothing. Because I feel that. Like, as a fan, I feel that the Tigers will hold on to him. They might make some sort of run, but I doubt they'll get back into the wild card picture. And then the season ends, you don't make the playoffs, and then what?
So this is where I'm at with it. And I'm just going to be completely honest. No matter what happens over the next month or two, or whenever the trade deadline was, August 3rd, no matter what, I think the worst thing that Scott Harris could have done, and they got whatever happened the last 48 hours that got leaked out, that Skubal is not on the table right now, that's the number one worst thing that could have happened. Like, no matter what, if you end up going on a massive win streak to where you feel like you could be a World Series contender, you're probably not. And if you end up dropping a bunch of games, you're selling. No matter what, boys, over the next 2 months, you're selling Tarek Skubal.
No question.
You're selling Tarek Skubal.
Yeah,
Even if you feel like, in their mind, they're like, oh, we're World Series contenders, you're probably not a full.
Not
like,
even
look at the
close.
Dodgers.
No,
you're not.
You're not.
So, and I've heard a lot of people say this over the last month, last week, if Scott Harris doesn't sell Skubal and he genuinely is out here telling teams, no, hey, he's not available, he's not on the trade market, we have faith we can go win a World Series, he should be fired after that.
Yeah.
If you get to August, if you get to post August 3rd and Tarek Skubal's still on your roster or whenever it is, he should be fired. Because you need to get assets out of him. Now, unless in their mind they feel like they have a long-term deal already worked out and it's a lock that that's going to get done. But if it's not, and there's any question, if there's a 1% chance that deal's not going to get done long-term, you need to get assets for this guy. He's the best player in baseball, basically, at his best.
Yeah.
You need to get assets for him. Because if you feel like you're a World Series roster, yeah, he's putting you over that hump, correct? But he's not the only reason why. That means you feel like you do have a good deep roster.
No,
whether fans believe it or not,
right?
That's what they think. And if you can add to that and you can go get 3 or 4 more pieces outside of Tarek Skubal, then you need to do that. Like, if you genuinely feel like if in that building they feel like that they're contenders, they need to still get rid of Skubal and they need to add to it and they need to create more depth. Because you just saw over the last month what happens when you do get hurt, you fall off the edge of the earth.
Problem is, once you trade him, that World Series talk is done.
Well, it's done for
He's
sure.
a big reason why you're even in that stratosphere.
But the reason you're in that conversation still, like, if you are, which you don't think they are, and
Yeah.
a lot of fans don't think they are, but if they think they are, that means they feel like they do have a good roster from top to bottom when healthy. So add to it.
But I don't know if I trust Scott Harris to, like, if he's the one telling us, like, we have a good enough roster. I don't know. I don't really want to take his word for it. But last year was a lot different with the whole trading Skubal stuff because we were in a better position. Like, we thought at that trade deadline, obviously July is when we started to play shitty baseball, but, like, we were atop of the American League. And if you traded Skubal then, it's like, well, what the hell? Like, what is this all for?
Right.
But now, like, the situation you're in, You're 5.5 out of the wild card or something. You're fighting an uphill battle, and let's
7
say,
teams in front of you.
Yeah, come August 3rd, if you're still fighting to get in that wild card, man, I think you gotta cut ties. I think you gotta get someone for Skubal.
The problem, you don't have enough time to figure out whether this team is gonna resuscitate.
Yes.
Like, you gotta
my
make a
biggest
move.
fear, to be honest, my biggest fear is them to go on a massive run and they keep Skubal, and then you get bounced in the wild card.
Thank you.
That's a fear.
you.
It is.
Or you don't make the playoffs.
And I'm a guy that thinks that they are going. Like, I do think that they're going to go on a run. I do think this roster. I'm different than KG and Caleb a little bit, to where I do think they have some pieces on this roster. Like, I think that they are good enough to win games. Like, they've shown it last year at times. They've shown it this year at times. But I don't know if they're a World Series team. Like, even at their best. And that's when it's like, hey, if Scott Harris, again, I'll say it until August 3rd. If Scott Harris doesn't move Skubal, he should be fired. He should be out. Because that should be the number one thing. And if you're the Illiches and you're sitting there as ownership, like, you should be every day reaching out or sending emails to Scott Harris and having phone calls with him and being like, what's the trade packages? What do we have? But again, this week it gets reported. I can't remember who exactly reported it, but it gets reported. They're telling teams he's not even on the table.
Yeah.
Like, that's an issue. That's an issue, and that's from ownership down. That's from everything.
Yeah,
that's a massive
because
issue.
they know. It's like what Neil said. Once you trade Skubal, you're blowing the candle out.
Yeah.
Essentially. I mean,
Closing the club.
And then if you let him walk, that's just criminal. So, like, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. At least, trusting Scott Harris to facilitate a trade like this, probably a whole different dilemma. I mean, that's where we're just going to have a little bit of blind faith in someone who just hasn't been able to make that stuff happen. But I think this is probably the biggest make or break moment in the Scott Harris tenure.
For sure.
Yeah,
I mean you got to do it you got to do it the right way. Like, it has to be done correctly. He has to get the correct package out of it. And that's where, like, me and Caleb were arguing last week about, like, what teams would be willing to give up for Skubal, because right now they don't really know how good he is. I think you let him start couple starts because
he's going to do that.
Skubal's going to be good. Like, let's just call it a spade. Just show people that he's still Tarek Skubal, and then you just go get the best package right away, and you don't leave it at that. And like, it's going to be make or break for Scott Harris because, again, I'm going to go back to what I'm told from Scott Harris and Skubal. They feel like this is a World Series team still. So if you feel like you have that roster, trade Skubal and add more pieces to it. That's how I'm going to approach this.
Yeah, if he messes this situation up, like I already think his seat is hotter than fish grease. But if he messes this situation up,
that's not an understatement.
This is a fireable offense. But shout out Michael Weary in the Woodward Sports chat with the super chat $2. He said, even with everyone healthy, we have no bats. I'm just saying. Yeah,
I'm telling y'all.
Okay, but
the horses just ain't there.
And you guys are the baseball guys. This is one of those moments. If you have the best pitcher in baseball. We've been talking about adding bats, correct?
Yes.
This is an opportunity to where you can go to another organization and like find either young bats that are up and coming and actually use something that you have here and go get bats and add to your offense.
But your chances of getting an everyday player in that trade back are very, very slim.
But again, you're looking into you're going to try and be good now, but you're getting more prospects for a year or two or three down the line to where you can go get young prospects that have the power and the bats that you want.
Yeah. But
that's why this package is so big.
Do you think you're close enough right now to mortgage your future for an everyday player? Like, do you think you're close enough to a World Series with Tarek Skubal to mortgage like a Max Anderson?
No, that's why I think, again, no matter what, Skubal has to be moved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have to go get trade packages out there. But then I'm on a different side. I was talking to Spenny about this. We argued last week about going all in on a rebuild or not. I'm still on the, hey, keep a lot of these guys in like that you have. Maybe me and Spenny agree. Maybe Glaber's one that you move on from.
Yeah.
But most of these guys you keep this roster.
You're just going to keep trotting out the same team. It's
already
already been 3 years of the same team.
But you add to it. You add bats to it. Do something that you haven't done yet.
Yeah.
They haven't added bats.
They haven't.
So you keep your structure.
Gio Urshela?
You're right. Glaber Torres, come on, man.
Cali Mex in the chat. He says, when your best player is a rookie, you got problems.
Yeah.
He's
one of the best offensive
good,
weapons on the team. He's a rookie.
There's no doubt he's damn good. Actually, I just saw this stat about Kevin McGonigal. The only players 21 or younger in the last 35 years to have 65-plus hits and 35-plus walks in their first 63 games. 2018, Juan Soto. 2026, Kevin McGonigal.
He's a revelation.
That's generation.
And that still didn't help you. Like we all said all along, oh, they just need one bat. One bat can come here and change this team. Well, technically, Kevin McGonigal was that bat.
Yeah.
And you still have not gotten anywhere.
Just one more,
man. Yeah, right. Like, just come on. How many times we gonna keep trotting out the same shit and expecting a different result? That's the definition of insanity.
I would like to do at some point this week or next week a rankings, a top 5 rankings of just those like guys like Torkelson, and like I want to see who you guys just want off this roster.
Yeah,
that's what I want. I'm interested. Like, are we like out on Torque completely? Are we out on like guys like Matt Vierling? Some of these like
you could do like a segment like safe or out, and then you could have like guys you want to keep on the roster and guys you're willing to pass.
It's gonna be a lot of outs.
And I don't want.
You can make the argument that some of these guys aren't even major league players on their roster right now.
Yeah, well,
you can make that argument.
But this is the thing. I don't want like players like that. We are looking at it and we're like, oh, Jahmai Jones. We know he's out. I want like the ones where it's like the Spencer Torkelson. I want like those types of guys. Matt Vierling, Wenzel Perez, like where
Torque wouldn't be a hard decision.
Those are ones where I want to, but I want to see the rankings from the boys. Like, where do you put these guys?
McKinstry wouldn't be a hard decision. Like I could go down the list.
By the way, God Hates Cowards, just 4 more bats. Achilles, just 3 more bats. Appreciate the $2, Michael Weir.
Just 7 more bats.
Did you guys see Parsons said Caleb, number 1 player in the NFL?
Huh?
I'm not that good, dude.
Did Micah Parsons, does he have early CTE?
Caleb,
I ain't got nothing.
I'm assuming.
I got nothing for that at all.
You guys know me. I mean, you can call me a Caleb Williams,
Slappy. Stan.
It sounds so bad. But it's true. I respect his talent. But that's insane.
No, dude, I saw one of those videos yesterday that it was like talk when this duo was like there's a better duo than this, and it was say something when there's a better duo on the screen than Caleb Williams and Luther Burden. And whoever was doing it just didn't say it. They were just like, that was like, it felt like that was a great. They had Jared Goff, they had Jared Goff and Jameson Williams.
And they didn't talk?
They let that go by.
Jared Goff and Tesla, I think they're like right there. What did Neil say? 18% of his touchdown passes. Let's go to break. We get back. We'll get into some college football. We got to talk about it. big things happening in college football. Don't worry, we got Lions, we got Red Wings, we got more to get to. Hit the like button on the stream if you're watching. It's free. It takes a second. You know it's not free? Planet Fitness. But I'll tell you what, it's worth every single penny. I've been to different gyms. $24.99 for a black card at Planet Fitness. Unreal, dude. Over 2,700 clubs, too. You can't beat that. You know, I used to have a membership at a local gym, and then you're everywhere. You're 40 minutes away, and you got to go 40 minutes to your gym. Planet, it's accessible everywhere. So don't forget it. Get that black card. Bring a free guest anytime. We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Neil Rule and Sean Belizian wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Two Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. Two, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Let me tell you about our friends at Peer Psychiatry. We talk about sports every single day. You got the wins, the losses, the pressure. But in real life, it's not always that easy. And trust me, I understand it. You try to be macho and you don't want to talk about your feelings. Well, Peer Psychiatry allows you to do that in a safe space. They got 16 locations, 2 in Ohio. Very accessible. And that's what matters. And if you're thinking about taking that first step, which I highly recommend you do, visit Peer Psych Michigan, peerpsychmi.com. We're back. Crunch time. Woodward Sports 11 to 1. For those who are watching, we appreciate you. Hit the like button on the stream. We got more to get to. Brendan Sorsby from Texas Tech. By the way, this storyline, for those who do not know or maybe aren't paying attention to college football, is absolutely unreal. This is a player who bet on his own team 40 times. He's admitted openly to having a gambling addiction, went to rehab, and he has been reinstated to play college football. That is what's happening. The judge, who we can get into that too, granted him an injunction to play at Texas Tech this year, and everybody across college football is freaking out. Athletic directors, you got high-profile people saying it questions the integrity of college football, which we're going to get into. ACC commissioner comes out and says it's a horrendous pattern that is eroding the integrity of our process. Big 12 athletic director told ESPN they're disgusted. TCU coach Sonny Dykes told ESPN, how is anyone ever going to trust the outcome of a game again? Like, this is and they had the first judge removed because he was a season ticket holder.
He graduated, I believe, from Texas Tech is why as well.
And we were talking to Neil about it in the back, and the next judge is like a couple counties over.
Yeah.
The one that pushed it through, I believe. Yeah.
It is unreal, and you guys had the discussion in the back about how to kind of fix this. And the problem is, and I think you and Neil were arguing, the unfortunate reality of it is there's too many people that benefit from it, from this way of college football. Mm-hmm. It's actually unreal. This Brendan Sorsby stuff is crazy. But like the no salary cap and even college football now with the contracts you get with these, sports books. I mean, the money that's coming in through betting, although I get people are like, I'm sick of gambling ads. I'm sick of gambling being promoted. I understand that. But the money, you got to look at their perspective too. The money that is being generated from this stuff is unreal, dude. And you got the NCAA, basically collected 100% of the money. I don't know the path to fix this stuff. I do agree with you, though, Booner. It's absurd that he's able to play college football after his integrity was butchered. Clearly.
That's why I think it's the most...
I don't give a damn how good he is.
No, that's why I think it's the most frustrating conversation. I was getting frustrated back there talking to Neil about it because Neil is right. Like, how do you fix it? Do you have a players union, which it basically just turns into the pros? Like, what's the path of fixing it? Because the NCAA, and I brought up, like, the president's like, hey, like, hand up, we need help with this. Like, he's going to the federal government, all this to get help. And Neil brings up a good point. It's like he's just doing that for face value, right? He's just doing that to make himself and the NCAA look good. But at the end of the day, they have all these TV contracts. They have these gambling advertisings until, like, 10 years down the line?
Yeah.
And you sit here and, like, something like this, and this is where it's like, for me, it's almost like, hey, college sports, yesterday's thing, and I saw I think it was Paul Feinbaum or whatever his name is. He said, like, this is DEFCON 1 for college sports. And we've had over the last 5 years, boys, we've had the Michigan stuff. You've had NIL start. You've had the transfer portal stuff. And, like, yeah, those are all big issues. But the one that this kind of goes to is, like, hey, this guy just went to a local court, and he bet, like, the thing for me, it's like, dude, he bet over $90,000. And you're not allowed to bet at all if you're in the NCAA. He bet over $90,000 over his time, 9,000 bets. And he made, while he was at Indiana, he made over 40 bets on his own team. Like, that alone, just right there, like, I don't even care about the 90,000. If he was betting NBA, NFL, okay, that's one thing. You bet on your own team.
Your own team.
That instantly, like, there should be a line that's like, hey, don't cross this line.
Absolutely.
And if anyone crosses that line, it is and I said it out there, you're blacklisted from this sport. Maybe not NFL, like, go play in the NFL, whatever. If they want to trust you, go ahead. But you should never be able to step on the college football field again if you ever bet on your own team. It's the integrity of the game. And that's where it's like, hey, I said it back there, guys. You opened Pandora's box. You did. You just did. And it's not closing anytime soon. And it goes all the way back to the NIL stuff, to where there's no cap on how much you can pay guys. It's, hey, who has the most money that can go win a national championship? And that's the issue that I run into. It's like, hey, who's going to fix college football and college sports? Who? And no one knows. No one knows, because they're making so much money. It's a crooked operation that's happening in college sports right now. And it started with paying kids money. And I believe they should get paid. But there has to be a structure. It's just like in any other sport and organization. There's a structure with how it's done. And yeah, Neil's right. The NCAA will never give up that structure.
Of course not.
And they'll never, because like you said, Jeff, they're making 100% of the money.
Well, it's not even just the NCAA. Coaches won't do it.
Yep.
Players aren't going to do it.
ADs aren't going to do it.
If I'm a player,
again,
I'm like, I don't want a cap.
That's
Coach,
Pandora's box, boys, though.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, the game, and it's like, hey, there's going to have to be a point to where there's two roads, and you're going to have to, hey, which one's the worst road? And we got to go down the other one.
Yeah.
Like, do we want to make this like the NFL in these leagues? Is that better off than just being the wild, wild west and just having whatever happens? Because now this turns into, hey, if there's anything that comes up now with whether it's gambling, whether it's guys wanting to get eligibility, whatever it is, guess what they can just do now? You can just go to a local judge, and the judge can overturn it. Mm-hmm. And I heard Pete Thamel actually brought up, he said one of the bills that they're working on passing right now, if it would have passed before, that this wouldn't happen, because then national government has, and the NCAA actually has the authority to say, hey, no, like, we overturn that. And that's where I think it's just, there has to be a fine line, man. And you can't just be able to go to a national or a judge down the street on First Street and be like, hey, man, can you give me my eligibility back? No. Because who said? I think it was the LSU, or someone said it at LSU, like, all right, we're going to go get Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase on their bye weeks in the NFL, and they're going to come play for LSU for a week. But we're just going to go to a little local judge to push that through. Like, it's Pandora's box, and it's going to ruin college sports. And someone has to step up, and they have to find a way to fix this.
I want to read some of these comments. God hates cowards. They shouldn't be allowed to bet on a sport they play, period. Too easy to sway. Folks, look at 1919 White Sox. Why betting has been taboo forever. Bad enough gambling sites are partners now, which, again, that comes with the territory.
Doesn't it feel simple, though, boys? Like, hey, if you're playing that sport, just don't bet on it.
Yeah.
No,
it's like the most simplest thing.
And I don't know how they – listen, that's why I don't get paid to police that. I don't know how they do it, to be honest with you, because, even if you say, well, the sports books are going to be on top of it, which they usually are. I mean, Terry Rozier got. And shout out Terry Rozier, but, like, no one's really thinking about Terry Rozier just watching the NBA. And he got.
Yeah.
And he was giving money to someone else to bet. So they'll always figure it out. The thing I don't agree with and this is where I'll agree with Chuck in this, is he should never be allowed to play. And also, he should never be allowed to be drafted. Like, that stuff should just be off the table. His career should be over. Like, you slept in that bed. Like, you made that bed. You should sleep in it. That's how I feel. And I don't know, again, the pathway to kind of make that happen. There's no way you should be able to see a judge like that. Even have those.
It should be just illegal at all. Like Jonte Porter. I told the boys in the back,
Jonte.
Where's Jonte Porter right now? He bet on his own games. Where is he? In jail.
There's differences. I'll just point that out.
But there is. Like he did corrupt the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
he definitely did. But again, that's where it goes down a slippery slope. Like if you want to say, hey, well, I can bet on myself to win. Okay, that maybe is one thing. But hey, if I'm betting on under yards, or if I'm betting on,
Jonte was betting on unders for rebounds.
It's
going
such a
out there and
slippery
missing rebounds.
That's why,
which is crazy.
That's why people are like, hey, you can bet on yourself to win. Okay, but like it's just a slippery slope, because if you're able to do that, what's stopping you from going to a player prop and betting the under?
Exactly.
Like it's on the same screen. You're looking at it.
Well,
and it's a tough look.
It's like
really
what Chad
is.
says. Honestly, it's a good point. Chad in the chat, he says it's like politicians insider trading. Everything's corrupted. They do it too. There's
exactly what it is.
Yeah,
you know what?
That's actually a good point.
That's
like
exactly
Chad
what it
there.
is.
You know what they should do actually? If because Neil said Neil was telling me in the back, he was like, they should just let people bet, players and everything, just let them bet. But if they do that, their bet should be public an hour before the game.
Yeah.
It's like the insider trading. You can go. Who's that politician? The girl, the lady.
There's a lot
that
of
she always has talked about, like she's making money in the stocks and stuff. Someone in the chat would know.
Yeah, very broad.
But there's an app for her specifically to where you can go put your money in it, and every time she places like
it's
money,
like public like that.
Pelosi, her name Pelosi,
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi, yeah. And you can go literally just trade the exact trades that she's making, and people make a ton
Brendan
of money.
Sorsby.
Off of it. So it's like,
tail
hey,
his bets.
I'll tell if a player's going to take his under, I'll take it too. But I just want to know.
You stupid.
It should be public
I'll
information.
take it too. All right, Booter just tried to get in on the play.
Yeah,
that's
Jonte Porter under the rebound.
Just make it
Just throw a
public.
couple dollars on it, Jonte.
Right.
Just make it public.
If he's saying it, then
yeah. Let me know, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to jail.
But that's part of the problem. Consumers gonna consume every time, bro.
Yeah.
It's an unstoppable cycle. And like Neil said, if you want to do this the right way, the powers that be need to make a little less money, create labor agreements, and then we ride. But they will not. They're not gonna do that.
That will
I'm
never
sorry.
happen.
It'll never happen.
And that's why it's
and
like
I hate
down
to
a bad path.
I hate to be the bad guy, y'all, but the integrity of college sports has been in question way longer than NIL. I mean, there's a reason why they moved to the playoff system from the BCS. Like there's been questions for a long time. It's just out in the open now. That's all. We just see it. That's all.
Well, we know a former SEC quarterback that Lucas had connected us with, and he said that he's been offered. He played down in Vandy, and he actually said that he had mafia people come to him and be like, "Hey, throw this game.
Of course,
do this."
Yes.
So this isn't something that's
these
new,
things happen,
and it probably happens more often than we all know. But it's about like, hey, if it is going to be legal and you are going to have sponsors of DraftKings and FanDuel and all there has to be a structure. There has to be. And when a guy and the number one rule, if player, like if you're going to have this legal, the number one rule should be if a player bets on his own game, he is out. Like there should be no like middle line on that. Like, oh no, hey, he was going through something mentally, which I understand. Hey, if he's going through that, fine. But like that's how I don't know if you guys heard, that's how in court that he got around it.
Yeah.
What he said, I had a gambling addiction. He went to rehab. Mentally he was, depressed going through it. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of part of the issue, and that's how it ended up getting overturned with the court.
Yeah.
That was the
he played the legal games. That's all. He did what he needed to do.
But there should be it should be zero tolerance. Like, hey, you bet on a game, you're out.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
And
you should do it with and I hate that Brandon Sorsby should be the example, but he should be.
I didn't say that. Appreciate the $2. Says my bet is Caleb is faster than Boone. That's his bet.
Shout out.
You can tail that.
Shout out. You can. Yeah, we'll make it public. But one proposal I did see. Shout out. I didn't say that, by the way. But one proposal I did see, and this is more for like the NBA and I guess the NFL. Like you have, because they're not going to get rid of prop bets. They're just not going to do that. It just brings in too much money. That's what we were talking about in the back. But it's like if you limit the people you can bet on, you can take away a Ron Holland prop bet because but these guys that are making look at a Kevin Durant or a Jokic or these guys, they're making $1 quadrillion. There's no amount of money they can get offered to shave points or get their under rebounds. What is someone going to offer them $20 million?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I'm saying.
I don't think so, but I think if they, this isn't like it's not going to be the end all be all because there's still going to be people trying inside of sports trying to shave points. But I think if you limit it to the players you could bet on, I think that would help a tiny bit.
Yeah, but not all point shavers are in need of money. There are some people that just are greedy and they want more and they want more.
I mean, Terry Rozier.
Yeah,
dude had a massive contract in the NBA and still got himself into some deep waters, allegedly.
Even if, to your point, Caleb, you just did the superstars. The sports books
they not
that.
They not
because
immune.
They're cutting half the revenue because they want me to place a bet last night on Dylan Harper
right
and lose. They want me to do that.
Josh
they don't
Hart,
want me to just bet on Victor and Stephon Castle and Cad and Jalen Brunson because those bets hit.
Well, Josh Hart's a moneymaker, by the way.
Yeah, well, yeah, he is. Shout out.
But that's where the sports books will never do that, even though it sounds justified.
Yeah, that's fair. That's why the whole thing, like Neil's saying, and they just let him bet. I think that's insane. It's insane because he's like, he said, well, the sports books can see if someone puts a $100,000 bet on this.
It'll be easier than trying to regulate it, though.
It will be.
It would be 10
but my
times
example
easier.
is definitely like, hey, think about like a walk-on, and he starts on punt. He's a punt returner.
Yeah.
And he only makes $50,000 a year, and someone comes to him and say, hey, if you fumble this punt and you turn the ball over 2 times in the game, I'll give you $500,000, which is triple his salary, right? And you're sitting there going, "Hey, why wouldn't he do it? He would be tempted." And he's able to bet on the game, so that's where it gets a little bit. You're into a little bit of a hot water, and that's why I think there should be no tolerance, zero tolerance.
Yeah, let's. One more comment I want to read. It's a great comment from Jesse here. How he got caught, which. Let's see. I just lost it. Jesse says in the chat, the sports book caught him because he was using his mom and brother-in-law's names to bet. The books found out him doing it. He should not play this year, but let him try in NFL and let the league decide that. Yeah, sports books are always going to figure it out. I don't know how. Terry Rozier, he thought he was good.
Yeah, eventually. I mean, that's the
bottom line. They check patterns. They check trends. Yeah,
you're going to get caught eventually.
Yeah.
That's why it's crazy that these guys even do it.
Let's go to break. When we come back, we'll talk some Detroit Lions. We got some Myles Garrett stuff. I know people, Myles Garrett. Trust me, you're going to want to hear what this person said about the Detroit Lions involving Myles Garrett. We'll talk about that when we come back. But first, Booter, tell me about Thrive.
Let me tell you guys about Thrive. You know who needs Thrive? Brad Holmes. He needs to get his roster over the hump. Most people think energy comes in a 16-ounce can full of sugar and neon-colored liquid, but you do know better. It's time to upgrade your game with Thrive energy pouches. It's not your daddy's dip, Dan Campbell's dip. It's a tobacco-free, nicotine-free mental powerhouse packing 300 milligrams of clean and smart caffeine, including alpha GPC and L-theanine. You get no jitters, no sugar crashes, zero bloating. Thrive can also be found online at dipstop.com, and you can use our promo code WSN for 15% off your entire order and find them exclusively at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. It's Thrive, clean energy, zero distractions that just effing work.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Thrive energy pouches give me the energy and clarity to find and beat the shit out of every opportunity that shows its face.
Live and direct, I'm back on set action. Create the wave, we cannonball splash 'em. Mic cord swinging, get your head chopped. Point blank, dead stop. 16 bars in a headlock.
Thrive energy pouches are for the people who actually want to win, not for the crybabies out there who are happy with a participation award. There's zero sugar, so give Thrive a try.
Go.
Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
All right, if you're looking for a career upgrade, check out Mortgage Pros, the #1 mortgage broker to work for in the state of Michigan. We saw their incredible company culture firsthand at their annual block party, and their team, they truly love what they do, and it shows. With a 4.9 star rating on Google and over 4,000 reviews, their reputation, it speaks for itself. So if you are looking for a new job, give Mortgage Pros in Troy a call today at 248-416-1361. Mortgage Pros, let the pros handle it.
We're back. It's crunch time. Woodward Sports. Which, by the way, if you're watching, hit the like button on the stream. We got more to get to, Myles Garrett stuff, which, don't worry, it's not just about Myles Garrett and why the Lions did not decide to make a trade out of Myles Garrett, but try and be aggressive. We've had those conversations, but it is something that an NFL analyst said about the Myles Garrett stuff involving the Detroit Lions. So Bill Barnwell, who is an NFL analyst, he had a mailbag on the Bill Barnwell show, and was asked, or he brought up, I guess, the Detroit Lions as a team that would regret not trading or targeting the best defensive end in the league the most out of any team. He said, quote, "I felt like the team that could benefit the most from adding Myles Garrett was not the Los Angeles Rams. I thought the Detroit Lions. And I've been arguing this for years with Max Crosby, with Trey Hendrickson. I really feel like because they haven't had the second great edge rusher next to Aiden Hutchinson or replacing Aiden Hutchinson when he's been injured. It really costed them." End quote. That's what he said. And then Dan Campbell was asked, by the way, I wanted to make sure we get the update here, about making a trade. I don't know who asked the question, but Dan pretty much shrugged the question off when he was asked. I think it was what did he talk last week?
It was
about making a trade,
Friday.
a big trade like the Rams did. Not Myles Garrett, but what we talk about, being aggressive. Dan said, well, he was asked specifically, what would need to happen for the Lions to be in the high-end trade market for the future? Dan Campbell shrugged it off, and he said, quote, "Well, I guess I would tell you when that happens."
There you go.
Or
I feel like
I would tell you when that time happens, is what he said.
I feel like they've been asked about that like a million times.
I think he's just over.
Of course they have.
And they always, I will say, they always just deflect it. Like, they're never like, oh, this is what it should be. They never are.
That's not how they do business.
No, it's
and everybody knows that.
And by the way, too, like, it wasn't. But this is one thing we can all agree on. Was it realistic for the Lions to get Myles Garrett?
Of course not.
Like that's the only thing with the Myles Garrett situation that I'm a little like, it was never.
Yeah, I disagree. Actually,
although his contract was manageable, like
it was, but I think it was the capital to give up.
Yeah,
I think it was like the capital of.
I don't think they had enough to go get.
I don't think
Jared Verse. Who on your team are you giving up?
It would be essentially Aiden Hutchinson,
and you were never going to give.
Because they wanted a defensive end. I think they wanted someone young on a rookie deal, and they got that. So I don't think
DJ Wano.
Yeah,
no, I'll talk. Yeah.
Ahmed Hassani.
Right.
So, but no, I don't think the Lions were ever in the market or should be in the market for Myles Garrett because I just didn't think it would have ever happened. So I want to make that very clear. But I think where I kind of understand Bill Barnwell's point is the sentiment that the Lions being more aggressive, adding another piece is where he's operating at. Maybe he's focusing on Myles Garrett, which I disagree with. But his sentiment, I don't think is completely false. When he says, I think the Lions are going to regret that move, I disagree with. But a move, when you have these teams in the NFC where they are, I do think there's some truth to that.
First part of this, can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
Are we expecting the Lions to compete for a Super Bowl in the next 2 or 3 years?
Yes.
We expect them to, yes.
You expect it, right?
Yes.
Like this year there's a question mark, but you expect
them, yes.
There's been windows, right? There's windows within the Lions organization. There was the one where they went to the NFC Championship where people thought they should have gone all in on. You have a bunch of rookie deals, right? There's that. And then there's this 2 or 3 year gap, right? Where you're like, hey, the next 2 or 3 years, this Lions team, they should be in a Super Bowl. That's the expectation with how they've built this team. This is my thought process on it, boys. And I'm interested to hear what other people think about this. But if the Detroit Lions and Brad Holmes, if they're genuinely wanting to get on the Los Angeles Rams level and they want to go all in on a Super Bowl, Brad Holmes, he needs to pick the phone up. He needs to call the Las Vegas Raiders, get on the phone with the GM there, John, Spytek, and you need to reach out to him, and you need to say, hey, I will give you my 2027 first-round pick. I'll give you my 2028 first-round pick for Max Crosby. You go all in, and you make that move. Because if you genuinely feel like you're in that window right there with the Rams, and it's a 2 or 3 year deal right now, you need to make that move that the Rams just made. You need to counter them. It's a fact at that point. Because let me ask you guys this and follow that up. Is a 2027 first-round pick and a 2028 first-round pick going to help you out in the 27 season for a Super Bowl?
Not necessarily.
Nope. And will it help you out the next year for a Super Bowl? Probably not. But guess who's going to help you in the Super Bowl this year and next year and the year after? Max Crosby.
No, I hear you.
A player at that caliber. And this isn't a deal like the Myles Garrett thing, and this is where you separate yourself a little bit to where you go, hey, could you have given up, an Aiden Hutchinson? Like, no, you're not doing that. But a Max Crosby is a player that can help put you to that spot defensively, and you don't have to give up what you had to give up for Myles Garrett. It's a different package. And if I'm even taking a step further, you just saw the Ravens offer those 2 first-round picks, and it falls through. Guess what? You might be able to get them cheaper because that one fell through. You might be able to get them for a first and a second rounder. But if I'm Brad Holmes, I'm picking that phone up to John Stypek, or however you pronounce his name, Spytek, and I'm going, hey, I want Max Crosby.
But Booner, what if you are Brad Holmes and you don't feel the sense of urgency that maybe you feel?
Then
like,
you're not.
Maybe if you're comfortable at the pace that you're moving at right now,
then you'll never get to a Super Bowl in the next 2 or 3 years. You won't. That's the issue, and that's where I think a lot of fans, I think over 80% of fans, majority fans, agree with the spot of, hey, we should be in a Super Bowl the next 2 or 3 years. You have a roster to do it, but you do have to take that next step. Just like the Rams have done, just like the Eagles have done in years past, just like we've seen Patriots teams do, just like you've seen other teams do. The Chiefs have always done it. These teams do that. And if you're like, hey, what's a realistic opportunity to do it? What's your first round pick next year going to do for you to win a Super Bowl this year? Nothing. He's playing in college right now.
Yeah.
What's your first round pick in 2028 going to do for you this next year? Nothing. He's still playing in college right now.
Yeah.
So if you wanted a legit chance at going and beating the Rams and being in the Super Bowl, you make a move like that. And it's not an unrealistic move. It's not like you're having to give up Aiden Hutchinson and 2 firsts. And what do they give up? Jared Verse, a first, a second, a third. No, hey, take our next 2 firsts, because guess what? They're not going to be a part of our Super Bowl roster this year.
It could be unrealistic from the standpoint of we have these guys that we drafted that have turned really, really good, and we really, really like them. We don't want them to leave the building. So that becomes a case of I might have to pick and choose who I want to re-sign, and I don't know if they're willing to do that.
I think
none of that matters, though, if you're winning a Super Bowl in the next 2 years.
Because I do agree with you. I do agree.
No, I agree too.
But here's where I'll throw this out there. Are you comfortable? Because I don't think you're going to have to give up a player as well, a contract.
You don't have to.
I don't see. You can't acquire his contract. I mean, he's making $30 million a year.
You just don't pay one of these Sam Laportas or that. You don't give out one of those contracts.
I mean, they have. What, they have 30 – what do they have in cap space right now? Currently? I have to look it up.
Crazy number.
I don't think they can just absorb his contract. They have it out in 2028.
Yeah.
But to have some money available –
Who could we give up? That's the question.
I'll throw a name out for you.
I would say
I'll throw a name out for you because you can't say Liam McNeil because they're not taking that contract.
That's the thing where I think you have to look at the Raiders side and be like, hey, would the Raiders
Here's what the Raiders would probably do. Jameson Williams. $26 million a year. You'd have to throw in more capital, but
would you guys
that's like
do
okay,
that?
We're getting Fernando a number 1. That's the question. Are you guys cool with giving up Jameson Williams and some draft capital for Max Crosby?
For Max Crosby, yes. And I love J-Mo to death.
That's the question. Because I think the Raiders, if I'm the Raiders, you got picks from the Ravens and you took that deal. Because the Ravens had cap space. And they went and signed Trey Hendrickson.
You probably don't have to give up 2 firsts and J-Mo. It's probably a first and J-Mo.
Yeah, it's probably a
Your
J-Mo
offense can
else.
survive without J-Mo.
You have Isaac Tesla. You do have some.
And I'll go to the chat for that. Like, yes or no. Would you take that deal? J-Mo in a first?
Oh, the chat is going to be electric with this one.
Because
there's a lot of people that already don't like J-Mo. So
I think you would do that deal in a heartbeat. Your defense gets to a different level.
That was maybe one of our most chatted deals. Like, yeah, well, I'll throw J-Mo in there. J-Mo in a first. Like, But in assuming that the Raiders would take that, I would absolutely do that. But.
Yeah. We'll throw a poll in there. You guys can vote on that.
But I think it's to my point with all this. It's just, hey, in the next 2 or 3 years, if you do feel like in your mind, hey, this is it's the hindsight thing with the NFC Championship season. Like that was a moment to where they could have made a big move. It was time to go win a Super Bowl, and they didn't do it. And then you look back and you go, damn, like they should have done it. That's what you don't want to get stuck in this next 2 or 3 year window. You just paid a bunch of guys. If you have an opportunity to go get another player, a game-breaking player that will put this defense over the top,
we'll love that.
Then just do it.
Yeah.
Like do it, because last time 3 years ago when you had that opportunity, you chose not to. So maybe just try the different route this time. And that's where it's like, If they don't do it, guess what's going to happen, KG? We're going to look back 3 years down the line, and we're going to look back and go, oh, they should have done it. And then all the fans are going to be like, oh, man, you should have done it.
Yeah, true.
And right now, there's probably 80% of the people in the chat that are mad and be like, no, I don't want to do that deal. Why?
No,
in 3 years, you're going to be like, I wish we did that deal.
Yeah, I mean, it frees up money for the Raiders. You absorb his contract. There's an out in 2028. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying you're probably going to have to
sacrifice
something for it. Lucas says, yes, Jeff, that's the perfect trade. Okay, and by the way, the poll's live. Just vote in the poll. Will.i.am says Lee McNeil should be traded, not J-Mo. If you don't want him, the Raiders don't want him.
Yeah, that's what I realized this morning.
Chill.
When I was going through that this morning, when we were talking about some different when I was thinking about some different moves with this, last year we had this conversation. I threw Aleem in there, but you have to look at it at the other side.
Yeah, like TM Cox 24.
Not taking Aleem.
He says y'all sound stupid. Keep J-Mo. Who's saying to do it? I'm throwing the question. I'm just throwing the situation
right, it's
out
hypothetical.
For you. I'm giving you the scenario, TM Cox. You tell me if it's stupid or not.
But it's just funny how this chat changed, because about a year ago when we brought up this same scenario, a lot of people were on the trade J-Mo bandwagon. So
yeah,
it's just funny how the chat changed.
And again, like I said, in 2 years, when they still haven't won a Super Bowl, they're going to look back and be like, oh, well, we wish we would have done that trade.
Listen, J-Mo on this offense is electric. He's essential to what they do offensively. There's no question about it. But do I think they would survive with Isaac Tesla as a number 2 and all these all-pro players surrounding them? Yeah, I do. And I think Max Crosby, if you told me I was getting him in a trade, your defense would immediately be one of the better defenses in the league. Yeah, I do. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with it. This is the problem with a lot of people in this town. I'll say fans. And you guys in the chat can call me stupid for this too. I think there's fans that when you have a conversation like this, they're going to immediately say, oh, you hate J-Mo then. No. You could have a conversation like this and say, hey, you might need to include a guy like J-Mo or on the Pistons, include a guy like Asar in a deal, and people are like, well, then you just hate the guy. No, I'm just playing general manager and I'm being realistic. You're going to have to – you can't fall in love with everybody.
Well, you know what it is?
That's the problem.
Some fans in this town and some people in this town, they love players in this city more than they love championships. That's a fact. It's a straight fact, because they would rather keep players in this town and not trade players, and they would rather extend players than actually make the right moves that will put you in a position to go win a championship.
That's all.
Or a Super Bowl.
You're throwing a scenario out, and we're respecting it, and then we're talking about it. It's like Denver Blair. J-Mo was adopted by Detroit. Fuck y'all for hating on Detroit's child. See, who's hating?
But again,
who's hating on the guy?
No one's hating on J-Mo, but again,
this is unreal.
That's a perfect comment that shows you like players more than championships. That's it.
Yeah.
You like the players that the city of Detroit has adopted over winning a Lombardi trophy. That's what it is, right? You would rather have those players. It was like the Jaden Ivey stuff. People were dying on the hill not to get rid of Jaden Ivey. Dying. Oh, I don't want to do that. Well, if it helps you get closer to winning
Could you imagine
a championship, you're going to do it.
Let's play like Les Snead in this scenario. Like if Les Snead was like, yeah, I could get Myles Garrett, but Jared Verse is my guy. I love him. You'd be an idiot.
100%.
You'd be a complete idiot.
And it's the same thing with the same thing with J-Mo right
fans,
now.
I don't mind fans doing that. I mean, it's I joke about it's funny, but you guys have every right to do that. But we're trying to just simulate what Brad Holmes might think or what a deal would be between two general managers. That should not have loyalty to players. That's where you get in trouble as a GM. You pay guys you love. You pay the wrong guys. Uncle T's over there. Terry's over there. He knows how those GMs operate. You pay guys you love. You start paying the wrong guys. You can't run a business based on who I love. I love this guy. You do what's best for your team always. Yep. Let's go to break. We get back. We'll talk. We'll do stock up, stock down. We'll get into that. What do you want to do?
I'm cool with that.
Let's do it.
Let's rip it. All right. Before we do that, though, we got to hear about our friends from Gold Crown.
Yeah, let me tell the good people about Gold Crown and some of the new products they got going on right now. They got the Royal Jesters, man. These are 1.5 grams each, and they are quad infused, which means Keith coated, live resin infused, THCA, diamonds, and terpenes all packed into one beautiful joint, man. Michigan made, top tier, no shortcuts. Next time you hit the dispo, don't think just ask for the Royal Jesters, because if you're gonna smoke, you should smoke like royalty, y'all.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Shout out to the good people over at Loom Cannabis, man, and they got the Buzzin' energy drinks for the summer, man. You already know about the Buzzin', 7.5 milligrams of pure THC, but they found a way to fuse that with an energy drink by giving you a clean boost of caffeine from green tea extract. All natural, man, real fruit, no artificial sweeteners. Buzzin' energy is bold in flavor, light in calories, and built for them long summer days and maybe even longer nights for certain people out there, but refreshing. You can try it in refreshing peach and raspberry lemonade. Available at all 40 Loom locations across the state. All you got to do is go to loom.com, and don't forget, you get 30% off your entire order by using code WSN30.
We're back. It's crunch time here on Woodward Sports. More to get to. By the way, let's read the super chat from Sideless. He's got 2. Right? I think it's 2. Yeah, Silas. Appreciate the 5. He says, if you traded J-Mo for Crosby and actually win the Super Bowl, that Isaac Tesla move in the draft looks absolutely genius, but this is Madden stuff. Well, I mean, you could say Madden stuff was Myles Garrett. You know, and they got that done. So
the Rams didn't even need it.
I understand.
And they still winning.
I understand where it's like, well, this is Madden, that's Madden, that's Madden. I understand there's times where that is the case.
This is far
like
from
Josh
Madden.
Allen trading Jared for Josh. We can have a bunch of fun with this stuff, but like Max Crosby was just dealt.
Well, that was why I brought it up
months ago.
The reason I even brought it up and thought about it was literally because the Ravens just traded for Max Crosby.
Yeah.
And it fell through because there's something on the injury report that they didn't like, but realistically, we all know what ended up really happening was Trey Hendrickson became available, and Trey Hendrickson's agents spoke with the Ravens, and they made sure that the Max Crosby deal didn't go through. They got a premier edge rusher without having to give up 2 first-round picks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what it is. And for people to be like, well, Max probably is hiding something or something was wrong with his knee. Probably not.
Bro, they know this stuff.
Max
like
Crosby's just fine. Like he's good to go. It's very obvious of what happened with the Baltimore situation.
Sideless, appreciate the $2. Says we love Jerry Stackhouse, but we traded him for Rip.
Yeah,
I mean that's fair. Navy Goat, your hypothetical situations don't guarantee you a Super Bowl.
But either not making moves also.
He said, look at Green Bay. They traded for Parsons, still didn't win shit due to an ACL injury. Max is on the IR injured every damn year. Actually, no, he plays a lot of games. And the other thing I'll say, too, is nothing guarantees you a Super Bowl, guys.
Nothing.
That is, in my opinion, a lazy counterpoint.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't guarantee you a Super Bowl. Yeah,
Nothing
shit.
does.
So will you never make another trade in your life because it doesn't guarantee you that?
But paying your own guys doesn't guarantee you a Super Bowl either.
Exactly. And you know what it is? It's putting your team in the best position possible.
That's it.
It's who can get to the finish line the quickest. Right now, the Rams, they're 3 miles ahead of you.
Right.
How can you cut that gap down to a mile and a half?
And we got more cases of people doing the Rams method and succeeding than we do the Lions method and succeeding.
Like the Ravens, man, they just made that move. The Ravens for years have been in that conversation to win a Super Bowl, and they've been struggling to get there. What did they do this offseason? They've made the move for Max Crosby, but then they ended up getting the Trey Hendrickson thing. It's like, hey, they're trying to get over the gap. You see teams around the NFL being like, oh, how do we do that? The Texans did it on their defense. And I'm not sitting here saying like people, hey man, you get Max Crosby, you're over that hump. He's gonna change everything.
He's a difference maker though.
What's been the number one conversation this offseason about this Lions team? Let's get this defense to a top 10 defense.
Yeah.
You already have a good offense. Even without a run game last year, you had a top 5 offense. If you add a legit defender on this team with Hutch, guys, this team's over the hump.
No. Denver Blair disagrees. He says, you're not getting a Super Bowl with Max, dumbass. Which, by the way, I love that
The way
comment.
you said it.
But, by the way, like Denver Blair,
shout out Denver.
I'm not going to call you a dumbass, but I do appreciate you calling me a dumbass. But I would suggest, and this is a homework assignment for you, go look at the top 10. Go look at the last 15 to 20 Super Bowl winners, and you tell me where they ranked in scoring defense, and I'll wait. Get back to me on that.
It's crazy to me.
And you could tell me why defense doesn't matter. Because a lot of people swear offense is going to carry you to a Super Bowl. I got bad news for you, okay? Go look at the last 10 to 15 years. Every one of those defenses, at least 90% of them, rank top 10 in scoring defense. Defenses win championships. It's been the tail oldest time. And getting Max Crosby, by default, makes your defense better. So if you're telling me that doesn't get you closer to a Super Bowl, I want what you're smoking. I do. There is a comment here that I wanted to read that actually was hilarious. He said, I wouldn't trade Jeff for a Playboy magazine with the pages stuck together.
Damn. That's hurtful.
What do you think about that?
Disgusting. And I respect it though. That's I respect the hell out of it. Hey, drink in my two-step.
Hey, I got my drink.
Appreciate
my
that.
two-step.
Shout out to you, man. Appreciate the $5. How long is the crunch time contract? Need to get this BS off WSN already. Sit tight, pal. We're gonna be here a while. All right. So if you don't enjoy it, sorry to hear that.
It's a long contract.
There's a little X in the top left or top right of your screen. Just click that for me and get the hell out of here. You can do that, or you can hang out with us and enjoy the show and
just have some
chime
fun.
in and give your opinion. Either one works. But yeah, we appreciate you watching. Sorry you don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Let's move on here. I want to make sure we kind of hit on this stock up, stock down stuff because we could probably hit a double break anyway. We're doing it's like the Crunch Time Sports stock market, we'll call it, or something like that. Crunch Time stock market. We're gonna do stock up, stock down, and talk about things where stock is up. Talk about things where the stock is down. Okay. We'll start bad news or good news first.
I think we should go good news.
Okay.
I have a good
I'm a bad news first.
Do you guys have?
Me too.
Well, I have a good one. Do you want me to just give you my good one?
Go ahead.
Over the weekend, stock up. Christian Izien, Detroit Lions corner / safety. Reports from Justin Rogers, our guy, which we need to get him back on. Christian Izien has been filling Kirby Joseph's role in training camp.
Makes
now,
sense.
it could be you could argue, hey, that's a stock down for the Lions defense because you're replacing Kirby Joseph with Christian Izien, a guy who has lost his starting position in his career. But also for a guy like Christian Izien, hey, getting those starting reps at free safety.
Yep.
And when Kirby's down, again, no one knows what's happened with Kirby. His career could be over right now for all we know.
Yeah.
But Christian Izien, stock up on him. The fact that those guys, and we know this, guys, in that building, how hard it is to compete for a job, especially when they brought so many guys in the secondary to come in and compete. For him to win that job right now and to be in that spot, I would have to say that's stock up for the guy. Whether you're confident in him or not, hey, the guy's winning a job right now. I can only respect that, especially in that room.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what Izien's role is. He's he's probably more best suited. He could play both. He could play nickel or he could play that free safety spot. But the way Dan's talking about him, he's like, seems like, I hate using this. He's not Brian Branch, but some of the skill set he brings is kind of like that, where he can play nickel, play safety. He's good around the football. He can roam back there. He's a hard hitter.
They love versatility, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They love the versatility, and he does bring that. I'm curious where this storyline is at training camp, because I think Maddox is going to be someone that can compete at either safety spot. He's probably more strong safety, but I'm kind of curious how that safety storyline pans out because they got a lot of guys in there.
Yeah.
They really
I think
do.
it would behoove them to have Christian Izien take that spot because he's a veteran. He's done it before.
Yeah. And they also got Thomas Harper. He filled in for Kirk last year.
Thomas Harper's an interesting one.
He's been a system.
He started, I think, in 9 games last year.
Yeah, I would choose Izien.
I think I would have Christian Izien as well.
Yeah, no offense to him, but he did play good. But.
Especially Christian Izien, like that's not like I don't think that's his natural spot that he's played throughout his career. But you have a whole offseason. Dude, one thing that I thought about it this weekend with them is they have filled in a lot of different safeties in there, and there hasn't been safeties that have gone out there like Kirby and get 9 interceptions in a year, but they've done a good job at putting guys in the best position possible in that safety position.
Yeah.
And you've seen guys like Thomas Harper step up, make plays.
Mm-hmm.
So Christian Izien, someone with maybe a little bit more talent, hey, what does he look like in that spot?
Right.
This might be a good revitalization of his kind of career there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested. Again,
that's a good one though.
It all falls back to Kirby too, like what's going on with Kirby.
Yeah, it's fair. I'll go stock up. I'm gonna go NBA. I'm gonna go Stephon Castle stock up for the Spurs.
Okay.
If you watched the finals last night, Stephon Castle. This is the stats. Let me read some of these things about Stephon Castle. These are the all-time achievements he's already kind of created for himself in the playoffs. It's actually ridiculous. Playoff games with 15+ points, 5+ rebounds, 5+ assists. Castle reached that milestone multiple times before turning 22, trailing only Los Angeles Lakers legend Magic Johnson. He's doing something only Magic frickin' Johnson did. He became the 3rd youngest player in NBA history to score 20 or more points in an NBA Finals road game, trailing only Magic Johnson and Tony Parker. Wemby and Castle are the youngest duo in NBA history to score 20 points each in an NBA Finals game since Shaq and Kobe. Stephon, by the way, watch Stephon at UConn. You knew he was a great defender. Knew there was definitely some potential there. Big, he can defend. He can play make for others. Wasn't sure about really the shooting ability stuff, but he's actually people are talking about Victor Wembanyama on the Spurs, rightfully so. But he is the the guy with him.
Yeah.
It's those two.
He's been good since he
kind
hit
of
the
keeps
league.
the engine rolling.
Yes, and he's so important what he does defensively, and this Spurs team is so fun to watch. Like, we can talk about the Knicks. I know I talked to the Knicks yesterday, and they lost conveniently after I spoke about them. I don't know if that has something to do with me talking about the Knicks or not, but the Spurs are a fun team to watch, and Stephon Castle, that stock continuing to rise, man. Spurs got themselves a really good player for the future.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question with that? With Stephon Castle, who has a better career or a better future, him or Dylan Harper?
Dylan Harper by a mile.
Yeah.
I think Dylan Harper, what he's done in this playoffs, he didn't have a great night last night. I think he shot like 5 for 18. But he is going to be a hell of a player. Now, that makes me wonder, like, what happens with a guy like De'Aaron Fox, because Dylan Harper is the point guard of the future for the San Antonio Spurs. And, like, Jeff, you say that you think Castle is kind of that guy with Wemby. I think it's 100% Dylan Harper. He's going to be a 20-point scorer in the league. He's going to be a 7 or 8 assist guy, 5 rebounds, good defender. Dylan Harper as a rookie, what he's done in this playoffs has been phenomenal.
Yeah, he's fearless.
Yeah,
literally.
De'Aaron Fox will get traded at some point, and he'll be on another team.
It'll be Castle. It'll be Harper and Wembanyama.
Especially with his finals performance, he hasn't had a great finals. So
yeah,
far.
I mean, Harper shot 5 of 18. He's aggressive though, Caleb. He's fearless. He'll keep
he
shooting
shot
the ball.
8 threes last night. I mean, he went 1 for 8, but I mean, a rookie putting up 8 threes, like, that's confidence. It's the stuff you need.
He's a dynamic scorer.
Yeah, I like it. You guys got anyone you're thinking of stock up? Any people, sports across sports, or you can comment on the ones
you can go, Caleb. I'm still trying to think.
Well, I mean, I could keep this one close to home. I mean, Tarek Skubal coming back is a stock up, I think you could say, for the Detroit Tigers pitching rotation. Him coming back in high A West Michigan. I mean, obviously, you throw against those guys, they're good baseball players, but I mean, again, it's high A West Michigan. These are like 19, 20-year-olds. But he went 5 innings, I believe. His stuff looked really good. So I think stock up for the Detroit Tigers pitching rotation when Skubal coming back soon.
I had as a stock up. I just had Detroit Tigers. It's growing. To be fair, KG,
it's like it's slow. It's like,
compared to where they,
it ain't the Dogecoin.
Compared to where they were in May, the stock's going up.
It's XRP right now.
It's XRP. It is. If you bought in May though, if you bought the very last day in May, Detroit Tigers stock, you'd be up like 20% right now in your stock.
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah, probably.
These next 2 series gonna tell us a lot.
And if they are good in those series, that stock, you're up like 400%.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. I wish, that would actually be a sick, maybe I shouldn't say it, a business idea to where it's like a stock market for sports. You can buy in and put money in on sports teams when they're low. And just like, I guess that's like winning a championship, but more so like you can sell and stuff.
Yeah.
A sports stock market. You could buy stocks on players.
Almost like NFTs?
Basically. But not NFTs. Just straight stock market.
What a scam that was.
I don't want to say the name of the company.
There's a company that does that?
There's like a few. Like you've seen.
Yeah,
no
there's
way.
a lot.
Dude,
There is a lot.
Yeah, you've definitely seen.
Text me a couple of those companies. I might get in on the action. I might buy some Tiger stock.
By the way,
save your money.
Super chat, quick super chat. By the way, if you send the money, you jump the line. Here's this comment from Ronald. I think we should try Rake at safety.
Yes, Ronald. Yes. Get Rake on the field. Give him a shot, man. Give this guy a shot. I'm telling you. Let him be healthy. Give him a shot, dude.
Stock down, and it's Rake stock.
Oh, come on, Booner.
No, he's way
He's
down.
trending down.
All right.
Way
down.
Okay, statistically, he's probably
look how many
trending
quarters
down.
they brought in, bro.
He's probably trending down.
Ray Shaw's a penny
try him at
stock.
safety.
Yeah.
Try him
Penny
at
stock.
safety.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Wow. Let's see. We've got some stock ups in the chat. Lucas, stock up Keldon Johnson. He wasn't atrocious last night and made a layup.
By the way, Keldon Johnson, he won 6th Man of the Year, correct?
Yeah, at
dude,
one point,
he
but
looks terrible.
Yeah, he ain't
in the
that
playoffs.
right now.
It looks like he's eating well. I'll tell you that.
He does, but I
Silly
think
as
he's
hell.
always looked like that, hasn't he?
He looks like he's eating well.
He's
for
just
sure.
played so bad.
I don't know
in
what
this-
he's
in this
playing. He
series.
looks like a.
He all right, bro. He always been that guy in fantasy you pick up for a week or two because he having a good stretch. And
then you just drop him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 6'5", 220-something pounds. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
Built like Desmond Bain. But not,
Except he can't play like Desmond.
Yeah.
Desmond Bain can score like 25
That wasn't
a
the
game.
player he was coming in the league, right? He was like, I feel
Did he
like
come out of
remember him
Tennessee, was it?
I feel like it was Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
Yeah, but I remember him coming in the league. He was kind of like this scrawnier guard.
Yeah,
Am
he
I
was
wrong
scrawny.
about that?
Yeah, no,
he
he's
was-
eating well.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
Going to Nobu and all these, he's got money now.
in his what is it? 1, 2, 3. His 3rd and 4th year in the NBA, he averaged 17 a game, and then in his 4th season in the NBA, he averaged 22 a game.
I think those were on bad Spurs teams.
Very bad. Like, just got
I didn't even realize
bad.
he's in year 7.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in the league.
No, he's been there for a
long.
while.
That's a long time.
He was post, like I said, Kawhi and all the vets, the Spurs vets that we know retiring. He was there. But
Man won 6th man of the year, averaging 13 a game.
Yeah.
By the way, Denver Blair says technically if you would have put 100 on the Knicks and rolled it over since April, you'd be at $48,000.
Jeez.
That'd be nice to have.
Oh, man.
And you could afford one Madison Square Garden ticket with that money, by the way, the $48,000 you made from the Knicks from April. Put that on a singular seat at MSG last night to watch them lose.
Did you guys see Cam Scadoo put on his Instagram story? He's like, I'm trying to go to this game at MSG courtside, willing to pay $500.
He's dumb as hell.
Dude, there were some people courtside. It's like, why are you, like, Rubin, what's his name? The former Sixers owner? Michael Rubin?
Yeah.
He pulled up, that you could see him. He showed up to the game in the second quarter, and he has, like, courtside seats. It's like, dude, give those to, like, a Knicks fan.
Yeah,
what are you
man,
doing? You were the Sixers owner.
But that's Celeb Row.
Robert Kraft was
They had
the
the chick and the dude from Law and Order SVU were there.
Yeah.
She's but
Mariska,
to be fair, she is a massive Knicks fan.
No, but I'm saying, Timothy Chalamet, Spike Lee.
But again, those are Knicks fans.
Ben Stiller.
Michael Rubin is not a Knicks. He owned the Sixers.
I saw Derek Jeter was there too.
Yeah, Eli Manning.
Eli Manning was there.
So like, my thing is like, hey, if you're a Knicks fan, you like get those guys courtside, like the SVSU or SVU, whatever it is.
Mariska,
yeah. She is like a well-known like
she's a legend.
die-hard Knicks fan. Her and Jalen Brunson are like best friends, I guess.
Yeah.
But like Michael Rubin, Robert Kraft, you guys are Philly and New England people. Go. Well, your teams aren't even in it.
Damn, so I can't go to a game?
You can, but like
I can't enjoy the experience?
Dude, if I'm the Knicks ownership, I'm sitting there going, hey, yeah, we're not giving you, we'll give these tickets to
You
the real
think
Knicks
James
fans.
Dolan is going to stop Robert Kraft from sitting courtside at his
No,
arena?
but I think it should be a thing. It's like when the Pistons like weren't allowing or like when teams don't allow specific fan bases to buy their tickets in the playoffs. Like Michael Rubin actually saw a tweet yesterday.
Yeah.
Michael Rubin legit did that when the Knicks and the Sixers were playing a couple years ago. I think when he was in ownership, he was like blocking New York fans from buying tickets for the Sixers.
No, I get that.
So
but
now he's courtside there.
But let's
Come
take
on,
it to
dude.
Detroit. Dan Gilbert bought up a lot of seats for LCA for Cavs fans.
But did you see Dan Gilbert sitting courtside?
Tom Gores didn't stop it.
Yeah, but
I'm
not
just saying.
courtside.
I'm just saying.
Those should be like only for Pistons fans.
I don't care who paid the money.
But you got to think though, once you get to the courtside seats for that game,
for sure, the
think
money
about
is a different
who's
level.
affording.
But
yeah,
like,
this is
it's
another.
Michael
it's
Rubin.
not everybody.
Want to know what's
right.
crazy? Timothy Chalamet and Ben Stiller and all them were trying to get tickets to the Spurs to sit courtside for the Spurs-Knicks game 1 and 2. Guess what the Spurs did? They blocked it and they put them like 4 rows up, and they were sitting with the fans. So it's like, why did the New York ownership not do that for celebrities? For
that ticket price.
And that's 2 different ownerships, bro.
I mean,
It's
New
York
ownership.
If I owned
and
it,
Spurs ownership is 2 different ownerships.
It's expensive in New York. I'm trying to, hey,
like, bro,
if you're the Knicks and you got Michael Rubin, like, I'll pay whatever.
It's 6 digits on that ticket in New York.
Those tickets were
sure.
insane.
Like 6 digits.
You're buying. You're like $5,000.
There's like he said, it's only certain people that could afford that in the first place.
Yeah. Different tax bracket.
Yeah, man.
I feel bad. I do feel bad for like just day one fans that want to go to a finals game and they can't.
Man,
they're like taking reverse mortgages out and like, you know, the equity out of their homes just to be able to go see these games.
It's the finals. It's just like the Super Bowl, bro. Like not everybody can get that ticket.
That's crazy.
I will say though, Madison Square Garden was electric.
Oh man, that was amazing.
It felt like, I mean, it's like now I see why that place.
It reminded me of the early like OKC playoff runs when the crowd would just take over that arena. Oh man, it was crazy.
The fans showed. I mean, they were unbelievable, man.
They starved. I give them that. They haven't
sure.
won since
They
the
showed
70s.
it.
I do have
out.
in my mind, like I do, like I don't obviously enjoy seeing the Knicks win, but I do like it's kind of sick to see like
their fan base is
a little
diehard.
revitalized of a fan base like that. It's kind of sick.
Yeah.
As much as we hate them and hate New York, it's like
who would have thought that Mike Brown would be the guy to get him?
Man,
it's just crazy.
Mike
craziness,
Brown.
bro.
It is crazy in the NBA. Some coaches, they just like they were good back in the day, and they just come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and they're back.
That's the thing. He knows how to. I mean, he's been to a finals, Mike Brown.
But if you ask me whether Tibbs or Mike Brown would have got him there, I would have said Tibbs.
Tibbs, 100%.
Like, sometimes it's like the player's coach. It's like Mike Brown is. I think LeBron sent him packing, but he's.
Besides that, I mean, he's hung around.
But LeBron sent a lot of guys back.
He did. Shout out.
Fair. Let's double up. I know we missed a break. Let's double up here. We got Mad Packs and Massage Chair House. We'll start with Mad Packs.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna start with that Mad Packs. I started with Mad Packs for my B-Day weekend and had a great time. But They found a way to take one of my favorite things, the Boom Shakalaka Live resin-infused tarantulas and the high-low pre-rolls, and they put it into a gummy, y'all. 200 milligrams on both. We're talking the Boom Shakalaka Live or hash rosin, gummies, and the high-low pre-roll live resin gummies, alongside with the brand new Mad Packs extracts. They got the lineup set for you this summer. All you got to do is go to getmadpacks.com to get yours, man. Mad flavor, mad high, Mad Packs.
Yeah, and if you're looking to take your relaxation to the next level, visit the Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, the largest massage showroom in the Midwest. They feature top brands like Infinity and Osaki. They are your destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. Experience the difference with Dr. Eric Duncan, the wellness doc and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at The Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
All right, there are regular sports bars, and then there's Art and Jake's. Nobody can even come close on game days. With over 80 wall-to-wall TVs, 22 draft beers on tap, and a menu packed with fan favorites, they've got exactly what you are looking for. We're actually, I think the boys are going to be there on Sunday. The UFC White House card is Sunday. I think we're going to pull up and go watch it there. They're always playing UFC fights at Art and Jake's. Make sure to scan the QR code right there on the screen next to my head, or download the A&J mobile app today and join AJ's fan club. You can also follow them at Art and Jake's on all social media platforms and find a location near you today. It's a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor. And then, back to back, we're excited to welcome our new partners at Founders Brewing and the legendary All Day IPA, an amazing drink. This year marks the 15th anniversary of All Day IPA. It helped define the session IPA category, but it's the fans that made it last. They're citrusy, crisp, refreshing with the perfect balanced taste with 4.7 ABV. It's built to go the distance for the entire game. So next time you're watching the game, make sure you grab an all-day IPA from Founders, and please just drink responsibly, people.
We're back. It's Crunch Time, Woodward Sports. More to get to. Detroit Lions, Red Wings.
Got a lot today.
Oh, my.
Shit you may not know.
It's crazy, by the way, too. It's an off season, and there's just more and more news popping up than we've ever had.
Yeah.
Every sport.
Yeah, no, it's great. Jomo in the chat, he says, Caleb, nice job on the mic. Keep it up.
Thank you.
He's killing it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Shout out. Thank you.
Someone also said, Mike G, does WSN and Caleb also paint his nails?
No shot.
Shout out Pride Month.
Never. You will never.
I saw a tweet this weekend that said Caleb Williams pays the person who does his nails and flies them out. Like he was in LA, I think, for maybe something. And I saw a video, and it was the nail person.
Yeah.
Put a video out vlogging that she flew out to like LA and Caleb paid her just to do his nails and then flies back.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like a barber.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's how they look at it.
Yeah. Well, that's how he looks at it. That's how he looks at it.
Yeah, I was going to say, man.
Having a nail person.
How many people in the NFL have a nail person they're flying out? Barber, I can understand.
I believe Drake did the same thing before.
Yeah. For his nails?
Yeah, I don't think he painted him, but he got it. He gets his nails done. I heard him say it.
Two sensitive men who go by Iceman.
I think Drake was overseas one time. He said, "Yeah, my nails were looking a little rough. I flew out. The girl who does my nails, she did them."
Why can't you just find someone in the city you're in?
It's like KG said.
Look
at it like
I trust my nail tech, just like I trust my barber. You don't just go to any barber.
No. Shout out Spence.
I don't care what you do or what you do. I do whatever the hell you want. Okay.
I'm not
participating, but you can do whatever the hell you want. All right.
Yeah, he got the money.
I think Caleb
I'm
has to get his nails done now.
Me, Caleb?
Yeah.
Well, again, Mike G in the Sass Chest asked Caleb, would you paint them for a really hot goth chick if you were dating her?
That's a fair question.
I'm gonna have to ponder that one.
That must be
it, bro.
I don't know. You'll never catch me simping like that.
Don't be a conformist. You'll find that more attractive, not conforming.
He said you'll never catch me sipping like that.
Right.
Maybe, I don't know.
Right.
It depends. Depends on what she looks
like.
How
hot is she? Like, how hot? How hot?
What about like an 8 out of 10?
Oh man.
That's like right there in the middle.
Goth chicks is freaky, bro.
They are, but I don't want to paint my fingernails. Dude.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Hey, now
don't conform, bro. I'm told you.
At least we know now if Caleb shows up with his nails painted, he's probably met a hot goth girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That's probably a sign.
Yeah, that's a sign. Well, not speaking of a goth girl, terrible transition. We're getting a completely different subject here. Stock down, though. I have somebody for stock down. It's someone that we're going to end up getting talk about more later in the show. It's stock down for me today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going Dylan Larkin. I think especially here locally, but just I think in general, to be honest. And I talked about this. We talked about this last week, but I'll kind of reiterate some of the stuff we talked about. This is why I think his stock is down. Okay, he had this quote when the season ended, and he talked about how, quote, I signed an 8-year deal, and I knew that we had work to do, and I knew we weren't going to win the Stanley Cup the next day, but I wanted to be here. I wanted to be here to help this team any way I can to win the Stanley Cup. Fast forward, bang, get me the hell out of here. He says it a couple months later, and, he's been a part. This is where I'll agree with Neil. He's been a part, and a reason why you've collapsed late in the season. Okay, it's happened multiple times, whether it's because of injuries or, like Neil says, 5-on-5 hockey when you only score one goal for months on end, or whatever the case may be, where the Red Wings are and where the Red Wings end up at the end of the year, and you're looking at a guy who's your captain, he's your 1C. But the reality is he's forcing his way out of town, which obviously people are going to be upset at, rightfully so, and there's people that will defend Larkin, and I understand some of that. But I also understand why the man deserves a lot of blame, and if you look at the situation he's in, or at least his mindset of it, end of the year, he wants to be here. He wants to win a Stanley Cup with this team, right?
Yeah.
He talks about the pieces they have, Mo Seider, Lucas Raymond, and then fast forward, he's like, I want the hell out of here. You also can bring up Team USA, playing that with those guys.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, he was not the star there. He was someone who was kind of a, Swiss Army knife, had plays, made some plays, but they had Austin Matthews, you had other guys that were kind of taking on a lot of the I don't know, carrying the load, if you will, or carrying most of the luggage, if you will, whatever. And he stepped up when he needed to. I think that's where he's most comfortable. I don't think he wants to be in the spotlight.
I feel that. But for the Larkin haters out there, I've been trying to figure out if y'all never viewed him as a 1C, because we've heard a lot of that. Oh, he's not a true 1C. He's not a superstar in this league. Why wouldn't you be more mad at the organization for putting him in that spot than be mad at him? I agree with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's not. Listen,
not saying he doesn't deserve blame, but also, if y'all really feel this way about him, why are you more mad at him?
Yeah, I think that was kind of the point last week, too, where it was like they built around him as the number one.
Yeah.
That's how they built this roster. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, he never was the number one, but now you're mad at him?
Yeah.
So I do see, that's why I think it's like there's the two sides to it that actually it's like probably one of the more rare cases where it makes sense why people are on both sides. Like, there's an issue with Larkin and there's an issue with Yzerman.
And he's been here 11 years since 2014 and been in one playoff his whole tenure.
Do you guys, by the way, do we like the fact that the teams that he gave out, those 3 teams?
No, people are upset about that shit.
They're terrible.
Because it's obvious. It was just, I think someone said it. He has one of his best friends on every single team.
Yeah.
So it was like clear what he's trying to do.
Yeah, it's the best case for Larkin, not the best case for the Red Wings.
Team,
The teams that you're going to have to talk. I mean, you look at, we'll bring up Vegas. Like, in that trade, you're going to have to probably take on money in that case.
Absolutely,
I don't believe they have really any cap space. Like, there's it's not those teams. Maybe I don't know what Minnesota has asset-wise. I mean, maybe you can work something out there. But if you're going to any of these teams, they're probably expecting Larkin to be their second-line center. So
some of the a lot of the Red Wings fans that I spoke to about
that's where he's probably best suited for.
The one thing that they kept underlying and saying, like, hey, as long as if he's out, okay. But if he's trying to screw the Red Wings in this whole situation, and he's like, I'll only go to these 3 teams. Well, they can't offer that. Like, obviously, Yzerman has the choice of just being like, no. But if that's kind of his intent, just being like, I don't care about the Red Wings organization. These are my teams I want to go to. I don't care what they offer you. Like, that's not a good move on his end. It's a kind of a selfish move, which you can understand that he wants to go to a better organization that's winning. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you were the captain of this city.
Right.
So, like, you're just going to throw the Red Wings organization under the bus?
Well, no, the signs were there. He pleaded at the podium last year, hey, give me some help.
But he also pleaded at the podium, I believe, and I knew we weren't going to win a championship anytime soon. I'm going to be here and help these guys win a championship.
And when you have
we're building something special,
that's
and
fair.
then he says,
when you're in Detroit, by the way, when you're in Detroit with that C on your chest, like, that means something. It's not like a different organization.
It does. But
and if you're going to be like, I only want to go to these 3 teams, and you're putting the organization in a position to kind of get screwed, that's not a good captain.
No,
right? I understand your career. I do understand that.
He's looking out for
himself.
But,
dude, you are a player that's from Waterford. You grew up a Red Wings fan. You went to Michigan, and now all of a sudden, you're the captain of the Red Wings, the team you grew up watching, one of the greatest organizations in hockey history, and then you're just going to be like, hey, you know what? I couldn't get it done. Screw you, I'm leaving. These are the only teams I want to go to. It's a tough situation to put your organization in.
But once again,
but
11
it's on
years.
their side as well.
11 years, man.
I think as much as you could say, you could defend Larkin, go at Larkin, I think that this is where I've always sided with Stevie with. And the point he said this, what was it? Not last year, might have been the year prior, but it was when Larkin had the quote about he wanted more help at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
And then I think essentially the quote, I'm paraphrasing, but I think Larkin put it like they wanted it. It would have been nice to have a spark at the deadline.
Yeah.
When Stevie's like, well, I expect our highest paid players and best players to give the spark. Like, he's not wrong. Like,
no,
that's
but
your job.
Then he turned around this year and said exactly what Larkin was saying a year ago. Hey, we need better players. That came out of Steve Yzerman's mouth. Yeah, you are in charge of the team.
I do see the point of it. Yzerman's going to say, hey, we
need better players.
If we're going to play our best player needs to step up. Hey, you paid him that much. You made him your highest paid player. He's not a number 1.
Yeah, but this is someone, Dylan, who has spoken out vocally often about the whole Steve. Like, that to me is lack of sense awareness.
Stevie said the
when
same
it comes to
thing
leadership
said,
stuff.
By the way,
go on.
I was going to say, did you guys see the report this morning?
No. What happened?
Oh, so there's a report that comes out this morning that Sean Shapiro put out an article, and this is a quote from Sean Shapiro. They don't speak unless they've had to. They haven't for a while.
But that's what I'm saying.
So those two haven't been on talking terms for a long time.
I'm glad you brought that up.
That is a massive issue when your star player and guys, we're talking about the Detroit Red Wings. Your captain isn't speaking with your GM, who is one of the greatest players in your organization history that was also a captain.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, we got to get this guy out of here. Like, that's
what I think some fans are underselling, though. The relationship between Stevie Y and Larkin has been bad for a while now. And I can imagine that after he came out in the media and said what Larkin did, when he said what he said, I can only imagine what that closed-door meeting was like. Couldn't have went well. It's like,
by the way,
that relationship has deteriorated over the last few years.
From that quote, there was no closed-door meeting. You would have to think that Dylan Larkin was like, tells his agent, hey, just tell him, like, I want out.
Right.
Like, because if they're not on speaking terms for, I don't know, a couple of years now maybe.
Yeah.
Then the only communication's probably going through agents. And that's a bad relationship to be in.
Yeah,
especially if you're talking about for your captain. Again, I can't understate, put this out guys, it's the captain of the Detroit Red Wings.
No, that's a big
deal. He's publicly calling out his general manager on multiple occasions.
And
that's a problem.
And they're not. And it
say what you want about Stevie. That can't happen.
And it comes out today that they're not on talking terms. Like, guys,
but that doesn't surprise me.
That's a big issue.
That doesn't surprise me. I felt that tension there between them a long time. I'm just a casual. I don't, shit.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what the real hockey fans like. It's been like this.
This is the full quote, by the way. Quote: They don't speak unless they've had to. They haven't for a while. One agent said. That's kind of become common knowledge about the situation in Detroit. Steve and Larkin coexisted, but they didn't get along at all. And that's kind of been known by others for a bit now.
Yeah. But what's Larkin's side? Why is he mad at Stevie? Because you won't improve.
Not getting
team.
them the right players, maybe.
And that
but it
part
could have
is-
started with the contract stuff in
understand.
2023.
I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just think that the way he handled a lot of that stuff
And
is
that's
where he's
fair.
wrong.
That's fair.
And that's where I think Stevie is probably like, dude, what the hell? I mean, and you can say what you want about Stevie with the lack of, where you're essentially. It smells like you're entering another potential rebuild after you just rebuilt.
Exactly.
It's rebuild into a rebuild. I understand that. But it doesn't excuse how Larkin's handled it being the captain.
No, that's why I think it's a two-sided thing, and it was bad on both ends, right? Now you do get into this is where it gets into an ugly spot to where if they're not on talking terms, and it's going to get uglier from here because if Yzerman can't get a spot for him to go that he likes the deal, guess what? Larkin's still playing here next year. And he's playing here with the fact that we all know they hate each other.
I agree with this comment, Mike G. Larkin is the kind of guy who wants to pull the rope and not be in front. He kind of wants to be in the middle. You know what I mean? And if that makes sense as an analogy, I think that's a fair analogy.
it makes
He
sense.
wants to win. He just doesn't want to be in the top type of spot like he is now,
Yeah.
where he's looked at as like the savior, the guy,
Right.
the captain.
Right.
He's never had I think his highest points in a season, 79
Yeah,
points.
he's
He's
not
never
built
going to
for
be a 90-plus, 100-point guy, like a top 10, points in the.
I'm
AHL.
more so too, by the way. I'm more so on the KG side, to where I'm not really on the would I have liked Larkin to play a little bit better? Yeah, I think we all would have.
Of course.
But realistically, it was the thing I said last week. Like at some point, Larkin probably as well has to look himself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm probably not a number one player on any NHL
that's
team.
it.
That's going to win a cup.
And that's okay.
We got a
And that's
super chat
okay.
from Michael Weary, kind of exactly what you guys are saying. He said Larkin was not suited to be an A1C, not his fault.
Yeah, and then that comes down to Yzerman realizing that maybe in 2023 when he paid him.
Yeah.
And being like, hey, we need to get a number one in here. We need to get a number one center in here. And we need that quick. And they just never addressed it. Never did. And they rode the coattails of Dylan Larkin, who now, hindsight, just wasn't good enough to get you even to a playoff series.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go to break. We come back. We'll talk some Detroit Lions. We got some stat predictions. Jameer Gibbs, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown. We'll see what those projected numbers are.
5,000 for everybody.
7,000 passing
Right.
yards for golf. But before we get to that, I need to tell you about our friends over at Water Hazard and Founders specifically. Drink is delicious. I was at a golf outing on Sunday. Had to pick it up. You see it there, 5%, but you wouldn't know. It tastes delicious. It's best served. You put a little lemon in there. But you've probably seen the can, the bright blue drink. Yeah, that's Water Hazard. It's the very first canned vodka cocktail from Founders, and it's perfect if you're, on the golf course or just chilling. So next time you're out, get in the drink with Water Hazard. Please drink responsibly.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Throwing a three, Wall City! Towering hammer goes in! Towards the penalty spot!
I hate to tell you, energy drinks, but you're about to be crushed. Thrive nootropic energy pouches are here to change the game by delivering steady, focused performance in a clean white pouch for a fraction of the cost. And unlike other brands, Thrive comes from an American company that's been leading the way for over 30 years. So stop drinking gut rot energy drinks and why don't you thrive for a change? It's just better.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
All right, let me tell you about the best deep dish pizza in the game. They've been dominating the deep dish pizza for the past 80 years, and they are proud to be your hometown favorite. Follow their social channels and join the rewards program to see what they have planned throughout 2026. And I'll tell you what, buddies, they do catering as well. Grad parties, NBA Finals, Stanley Cup. If you're having a party, get Buddies. Their menu is packed with fan favorites, including their award-winning pizza, pasta, and home-style salads. Save 20% on your next catering order of $200 or more when you order with promo code Woodward20. Visit buddiespizza.com/catering to view their complete menu and place your order today.
We're back. It's Crunch Time, Woodward Sports, 11 to 1 weekdays. If you're watching, hit the like button on the stream. I don't know what we're at. What are we at, Caleb? Can you see it?
Let's see. We're at 69.
Wow.
Hey.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow. Can we get to
Fuck
100?
yeah.
Let's
Get to 100
Get to
likes.
100.
We appreciate you guys choosing us and tuning in this morning. Even if you want to talk some trash, it's all good. We still love you. Thanks for tuning in and listening to us. We just talked about some Dylan Larkin stuff. I want to get to the Detroit Lions again. I know we've kind of went across all sports today. Maybe you like that, maybe you don't. You let us know that as well. But DraftKings came out with their projections for some Detroit Lions players. We're going to get to that. The 3 players we're going to dive into: Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams.
Ooh.
You want to do it like this? If I mean, I can read the lines. We could talk about over/under and talk about those.
I think
it's going to go, or
I
you can
throw them out there because I do also have. There's 3 of them. There's Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and JMO. But also, I did get lines on Jared Goff, and also touchdown lines.
Oh, I like that.
I have some extra lines here, but we're going to start with this. Let's just start with yards for the 3 main guys. Jahmyr Gibbs last year had about 1,200 yards, 1,220.
Yeah.
His line this year is 1,249.5, so they think obviously he has a better year.
Yep.
What are you guys saying, over, under? Does he hit that line this year? I think that obviously to hit he has to stay healthy, but where is he at with that line?
Who wants to go first? If he stays healthy, I think it's an easy over. Because you look at what Drew Petzing wants to bring back to this Lions offense. You made the improvements on the offensive line. You're going to get back to, long drives, time of possession type of football, and you can only do that by running the football. We all know it's the Gibbs show now. He has Pacheco. If Pacheco can stay healthy as well, I think that even bodes even more into the fortunes of Gibbs going out there and doing what he does. But I think that's over. I do.
I'll go over too. I just think he's going to have too much of he's going to have the workload.
Yeah.
I would like to have the all-purpose discussion. That's probably something.
I wish they did those yards. I don't think they did.
That is
all-purpose would be
to
the
me.
one.
That's the big one. But rushing,
he got.
I mean, what did he? He had
1,400 yards. I think.
Yeah. I mean, of course, if he stays healthy, I get all that. But even he did that with, Dave Montgomery kind of coming in there and playing some. I think he's going to get a big chunk of the carries, and with a better offensive line, you think he gets what was it from this past year? A couple hundred more.
Yeah, I mean, it was 1,220, so you're talking about literally 30 more yards.
30. Then
it's but the thing too, it's like your offense. If you look at 2024 to 2025, he went from 1,400 to 1,200.
Yeah,
and that was with the bad you could say
line,
it was the offensive line.
Well, let me ask you. Can I ask you
this? You would think it gets better
before we get to Caleb. Actually, get to Caleb, and then I'll ask you after because I want to see what you.
No, I'll keep it short and sweet. I think this is an easy over.
Easy over.
What is it? You said 1,220.
1,249.
1,249. I'm going over.
What about this? They're plus 250, 1,500.
I think I would dabble a little bit.
Could he flirt with it?
Rushing yards.
Well, you got to think he had 1,400 in 2024, around 1,400.
You're going to play action a lot.
They will, but
no
D-Mont. Remember, that's the biggest thing.
I think 13 is the sweet spot.
You
Anything
think so?
over 13, I'm not.
I'm just getting.
I think it's a big year for him for
he's capable, but I just don't know. Yeah, I think they're going to play action
Xavier
a
says
lot.
with an above-average offensive line, he's going to crush. I'll hammer the over on that.
Because 2024. That was with D-Mont. He was essentially, they almost were splitting carries, it felt like. I don't know the exact number. I could see here. So he had 250 carries in 2024, and he ran for 1,400.
You got to think a lot of home run balls, though.
So 250. Let me look at D-Mont. D-Mont had, in 2024, he had 185. And then D-Mont dropped down to 150-something in 2025. So there is that kind of drop-off to where it's like, what does Isaiah Pacheco get? Where do those runs go to? Next one here, let's go to Amon-Ra St. Brown. This one's an interesting one. It's actually, this is crazy, the exact same line as Jahmyr Gibbs, 1,249.5.
What did he have last year?
Last season, so I know,
he had a lot.
I believe last year
that was a down year.
He was at 1,400 last year. Yeah, last year he was at 1,400. The year before,
crazy drops last
he had 1,263, and the year before that he had 1,500. So you're essentially asking him. His line is over almost 250 less or 150 less than last year.
They're going to go to him a lot.
Yeah, easy over once again.
Yeah, that's another one. You got to go over on that.
Yeah.
I think he gets to 14 again.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, I said Offensive Player of the Year conversation. I think
this
he's
is
at
where it gets.
plus.
This is where we got to track these because I got to take. We'll get to him with the Jameson Williams stuff. I mean,
this is the issue, by the way.
We got to track these because I'm about to because you guys know how I feel about Jamo this year.
Yeah.
Big year. I think he has a big year.
But this is the issue.
So
These lines, I would love to if I was. I don't think you're allowed to. I would love on the sportsbook just to combine and parlay.
Like you almost
Jahmyr
predict
Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Jamo. You can't. No, I know you can't. I know that's what I said. You can't do it. But I would love if you could because I would literally do all of those because their lines to me are so low. Jameson Williams, boys. We'll go around the room. 899.5.
Bro.
The guy has back-to-back 1,000-yard years.
Yeah, it's easy over.
That's disrespectful.
To these, like,
disrespectful.
Because like going into last year, like looking at all the, I think the line, like even though the offense wasn't as good as it has been in years past, like I looked at all the over-unders for those, and I think they all smashed last year. I think why they're all so low is like the injury thing. But like if he plays 15, 16 games, James Williams is going to smash that number. Amon-Ra is going to smash that 1,250, whatever it is. Gibbs, it might be a little bit closer with the rushing, but I think all of these so far is an over.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard. Because you want to be able to say, oh, there's an under in here.
I won't spend too much time on the J-Mo thing because you guys know how I feel. He's going to hammer that. I think he's going to be like, what was his career? His career high is like 1,100. I think because he just hit it. I think he career highs again. Yeah. I do think he could flirt with 1,200.
Even if he just, like, dude, he has back-to-back 1,000-yard years.
Yeah, he'll get 1,200.
You're talking about just to get 900?
Right.
Yeah.
That feels like it's a steal. They
and look at the amount of touches he had last year and still got that, bro. So, yeah.
Let's do Jared Goff, by the way. He has a line out there. Jared Goff, I had this stat. He has hit over 4,000 yards in the last 4 years, and he's hit over 4,000 yards in 4 of the last 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And he also, in the last 4 years, has not gone under 4,400 yards. His line right now is at 4,099.
4,099. Now, what did he have last year?
4,400, I believe.
I think last year, if I remember correctly, I think it might have been like 3,900.
I think it was.
I think that it's higher now, obviously, because he's done it again.
He hit 4,500 last year.
It's hard for me to go against that.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a walking 4,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The last 4, literally in Detroit, besides his I almost said rookie year, but his first year in Detroit, obviously went under because they were trying to figure out that offense.
Yeah.
Since then, he's clears over 43, 4,400.
If I'm Vegas, a better line is 4,500. That's where I would put it.
You know what's a crazy fact about golf? You have to fact check me on this. I don't think he's ever led the NFL in passing yards. I think he's been second multiple times.
Yeah, he's been second multiple times.
I think he's just consistently second.
But it's a crazy thing too. Like
second in yards and touchdowns.
How about this for him?
He's always so close to doing it.
Passing touchdowns over under 29.5 for Jared Goff.
29. That's over.
Yeah.
Last season he had 34. The year before he had 37.
Yeah.
Year before 30, and then the year before that 29.
I mean, can we just have it like just real quick? Like if this man puts up another 4 consecutive seasons with 40-something, 100 yards passing and 30 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Bro.
This will be like
but he's a primarily pocket quarterback. Like it makes sense. Like
but
the way the offense is constructed.
The consistency, like I know we talk about a lot. You gotta respect that.
Yeah. Dude, look at his years. 2022 had 4,400 yards and 29 touchdowns.
That's unreal.
7 interceptions. Yeah. And then 23, he has 4,500 yards with 30 touchdowns and 12. 2024, he comes in and goes for 4,600 yards, gets better, 37 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. And then last year, he comes in on a down year. He has 4,500 yards, 34 touchdowns, throws that out there again, and under 10 interceptions again. Yeah, and it's just like this guy is so consistent. And you would have to think that he gets 30 touchdowns again in this offense. It's going to be better. The play action's going to happen.
There's too many weapons,
Yeah, and it's like he's going to throw for another 4,500 yards.
The only reason he ain't closer to 5,000 is because he ain't got the deep cannon. That ain't really his strong suit. If he had that, he would go for close to 5,000 every year.
You know, so these are the quarterbacks that have had 30 or more passing touchdowns in multiple seasons. I think it was like you could do minimum 4, but a lot of seasons. These are the quarterbacks: Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Russell Wilson.
Damn.
Like, bro, Drew Brees did it a lot. Tom Brady's done it a lot. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers done it multiple times. Won MVP. You guys know how that works. Peyton Manning, like that's
a hell of a list.
There's definitely levels to it, like Stafford.
And he had 29, by the way, in 2022. I think it was 29.
Well, yeah, he
just shy.
That's why I was saying it's technically not technically, but like if you want to give a little bit of a gap, if he does it this year, 4,500 and 30, you could argue it's almost his 5th year because in 2022 he had 29. So he was one off of having that.
So yeah,
I'm smashing over.
Yeah,
I mean it's 3 straight years of 4,500 plus and 30 plus touchdowns.
Over on both.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
Michael Rear, we appreciate the $5, my friend. He says Goff's 2025 regular season stats: yards 45-64. That's a lot of passing yards. Second, touchdowns 34. Second, interceptions 8, tied for 17th. QBR 57.3, 18th. So yeah, I mean he's got the production.
Hey, last one I want to throw out there before we go to break and move on. Jahmyr Gibbs touchdowns. This one was really shocking to me, and I was like,
"Is it rushing touchdowns?"
That That's a good question.
Or just
actually.
touchdowns?
It just said touchdowns.
What's the number?
I could double check that, but the number is 12 and a half.
Maybe it's rushing.
And the over is plus 100.
That's got to be rushing because if it's both, yeah,
it's definitely just rushing.
Just rushing.
But to be fair, because if you do total, the last 2 years he has 18 and 20. His rushing though the last 2 years, 13 and 16.
And they do use him at the goal line, not as much as maybe their backup back. Like I'd see Pacheco getting a lot of those touches, but they will use Gibbs at times. So I mean, it's possible.
They were last year a lot.
I would hit that over.
It's plus 100
plus
too.
100 too.
Yeah, so you're getting plus money.
I would take that. I think he does.
As the lead back,
17 games.
Yeah.
I am really interested. I think that's a good conversation to have at some point. It's like, where does Isaiah Pacheco fall in? Like, do we think that they end up doing like the Jamal Williams thing, where hey, anything inside the 5? Remember, we were mad last year about that with D-Mon.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would wait until again. I watched that Steelers game back, and that one of the second. I think it was the second possession. They had the ball inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
First and like 3 in the goal line. And they had Jameer in there, and they had 2 incomplete passes. Then they throw D-Mon in there, and then they still pass the ball. It's like, dude, if it's 1st and 3 on the goal, just give D-Mon the ball. He'll give him 3 runs. He's running it in.
I don't think they had the luxury, especially last year, because of the offensive
I would
line.
think this year though with Jameer or with Isaiah Pacheco,
a lot of short
just
yardage.
give it to Isaiah Pacheco.
A lot of short yardage and goal line.
Denver Blair says Gibbs 17 rushing touchdowns. I mean, you got to think 17 games. Let's say he plays in 15 games. You think he's scoring in 13 of those 15, and if you don't think so, is there a game he has 2 in? You know what I mean? You got to think about that. I think, dude, for sure, he'll hit that number. Let's go to break. We get back. We'll get to shit you may not know with Caleb Zarnick. But before we do that, I got to tell you about our friends over at Supreme Lending. Let me do that. It's the biggest decision in your life, and you got to make it. So why not trust people that should be trusted in Supreme Lending? Buying a home or refinancing, it's a massive decision, and Supreme Lending, check this out, boasts a 99% close-on-time rate and a 97% customer satisfaction score. You mentioned Woodward Sports, you get up to $500 off your appraisal. To score the deal, call the guys over at Supreme Lending today. Talk to Chad and Chris.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. 1's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Sean Belizian wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. 2 Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
Tired of fumbling those glasses or dealing with the daily hassle of contacts? I hate contacts, by the way. It's time to take control of your vision at Yaldo Eye Center. With over 30 years of experience, 100,000 procedures. There's your sample size. They are the trusted experts. The LASIK surgery they provide, completely painless, takes just 8 minutes. It's faster than our segment of ours. And the recovery is so fast that most patients are seeing 20/20 the very next day. Right now, you can take advantage of their summer promotion, just $16.99 per eye, regardless of your $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. It is a one-time investment that'll save you thousands of dollars on glasses and contacts in the long run. Wake up with clear vision. Book your consultation today with Yaldo Eye Center at yaldoeyecenter.com/1699.
There we go, Juicy J.
I know when I said $16.99, I'm like, it's not $16.
You're right.
It's $1,699.
$17.
But still, it's
$17
worth every
laces.
penny,
Chump
man.
change, man.
For
To
great
get your
vision,
vision?
it's
Yeah.
worth every penny. Trust me, it's a hassle of glasses and contacts. Let's get to the segment we all look forward to.
Yes.
Shit you may not know with Caleb Zarnick.
Yeah, well, first off, we got some breaking news here. Adam Schefter just tweeted out, Rams left tackle Aloric Jackson was arrested on a felony domestic violence charge Monday night. The Los Angeles Police Department confirmed to ESPN's Sarah Barshop.
Damn.
Wow.
The obsession with NFL players and beating up women.
It
continues.
I don't know what's going on.
It's like, and I hate it. It's bad, but it's like once a week right now.
Yeah.
It's like a constant. There's some type of news like that. Just always.
What happened to dudes just punching walls or doors? Or
Yeah,
something?
just
Like,
put a hole in the wall and walk away.
Or just
There's other ways to get your anger.
Or talk to peer psychiatry and talk about your problems.
You know
there's
what
other
the
ways.
NFL needs to invest in? Dead serious. They need to every time like for NFL players to put a rage room in your house. Put a rage room like in your garage.
You'd think playing
right?
Well, hold on.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Like
no.
Hey, in your contract, it's a requirement when you buy a house. Like, if you're becoming a Los Angeles Ram, and when you buy a house, you need a rage room somewhere in your house.
I mean, you would think the rage room is once a week during football season. They go out and
that is fair. They do hit people for a living.
Well, that's where like the CT stuff comes in. It's like what's going on with these guys? Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Cooper.
The Jonathan Cooper thing was. I told you boys. The report was the guy started obviously he did not do something good. He ate his girlfriend's phone. He smashed it and started eating her phone.
Insane.
How do you get how do you get to a point
that mad?
Yeah. Like, how do you get to a point where it's like I'm gonna just
even if you cheat on me, I'll just leave. Like I'm not finna eat the phone. Like.
He smashed her
phone.
phone.
You think you better?
And started eating.
When we say eat the phone, is he
in the report?
What do we mean?
I could find the report.
Like, is he taking a chunk out of that phone with it? Like what?
Probably.
Well, he broke it down first, and then he started eating it. So
yeah,
I mean that's
broken
insane.
glass, eating broken glass, essentially.
I want to find like the exact quote for that because that's one of the craziest things ever.
Eating a phone.
Steve Welts is perfect fit for Decker.
Oh, funny
Here
guy.
we
go.
Imagine if that actually happened, and Matthew Stafford has Taylor Decker at his left tackle, and they won a Super Bowl.
I could see it though.
I would. That would be. Shit. Oh my lord.
They just signed Taylor.
And then he's got to go up against Myles Garrett in practice, retire his ass, man. If I'm him,
no, that's wrong. No, that would never happen.
I'm out.
That man doesn't practice.
That's
perfect.
That's a good one.
It's a perfect signing
that's
for
fair.
him. He doesn't practice. He could just sit there and watch Myles Garrett go at whoever the backup left tackle.
ETN says, "How the F do you eat a phone?"
That's
Denver
kind of my
Blair
question.
says, "You guys never ate a phone. Get the F out of here."
My guess is he smashed it and he started biting
Danny
down
G
on it. Maybe
says-
not actually swallowing the phone.
Danny G says he was just hungry. Chill out.
Okay, true.
He's an
I get
athlete,
hungry
man.
sometimes.
Athletes eat a lot.
Eat a Snickers, not
an
iPhone.
Go to
Like,
BlackRock
Eat
for
a
buddies.
Snickers.
You don't have to eat a phone.
What else we got, Caleb?
Stop messing with them city girls.
This one, it honestly doesn't even seem real. This one's pretty bizarre. I don't know if you guys saw, but Tom Brady is releasing a new coconut water brand, and this is real, by the way. Like the name of this is bizarre. Good Nut. The name of the coconut.
That
water.
is genius. That is genius, bro.
Look, I'm not 100% sure where he got that name or why he decided to go with that name. I feel like you could have got a little bit more creative there, but
no, you could not have.
Tom Brady's new coconut water brand, Good Nut.
And guess what? I'm gonna buy one.
Well,
I'm sold.
Are you actually?
KG,
sold?
Are we catching you drinking a Good Nut in the office?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Y'all don't like a good nut? Like I just don't understand.
I'm not drinking one.
Can we dissect this from like the business angle? Great marketing.
It's beautiful.
By the way, it's
Like,
good marketing,
genius
but
marketing.
long-term wise, like it's good right now. Does it stay good? Like, are people constantly like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get a Good Nut? Like, do you think they probably just went over their head a little bit? And they're
Bro,
like,
it's working right now. Like, literally.
yeah,
during
but
this
that doesn't
segment, it's
mean
working.
people are gonna drink it. We're talking about it, but like realistically, in this room, there's 4 of us.
People have drank
KG,
way
you're the only
worse.
one that's like, I'll drink a Good Nut.
I
I'm
will.
not.
And I will have a good nut afterwards. Yeah, I'm telling you. Like, it's just.
I'm a Tom Brady guy.
There's worse shit out there that people have drunk. Bro, people was eating purple fucking Whoppers. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not eating a purple
crazy?
Whopper.
Right.
This shit is going to go viral. People are going to eat these things.
I mean, if it is good,
it's
yeah,
like
if
the
it
same
ends up
guy,
being
not
good
the
too.
same name, but the same guy, Liquid Death. Like, dude, Great marketing.
Yeah, that's different than Good Nut.
Yeah, that's
fair,
a little different.
but still the
I
name.
did. By the way, I thought
They're
Liquid
both
Death for
offensive.
the
What's
longest. I thought it was
alcohol.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
And until maybe a couple years ago, and then I realized, oh, it's a water. Oh, now they're adding more tea and different things to it. It's actually good.
It's great marketing.
Liquid Death
Brady.
is good, but
you don't think Tom Brady knows when they Good Nut? He's like, let's do this thing. Let's go.
Let's have this conversation in about a year or two down the line. Let's see where they're at.
Well, to be fair, most products like this fail. I mean, that's
what I'm saying. Like, if
there's so much competition.
But if you're trying to create something, like if you're Tom Brady, obviously this is your goal is to have a long-term product, right? It's like with Prime with those guys. Like they wanted a long-term product. This is probably not the formula for a long-term product. Having a drink called Good Nut.
If you market it to women, it has a chance.
ETN said Caleb Williams will be the face of the company.
That's
I'm not mad at it.
Dante, $5. Thank you for it. He appreciates you. He says also, if you're a former Georgia player, a driving simulator so you can learn how to drive and not be an idiot. I mean, my God, they're the worst.
I don't know if the simulator is going to help.
So we're talking about if you went to Georgia, in your house you need a driving simulator and a rage room.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 extra bedrooms.
I would love a rage room in my house.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound that bad.
Just in the garage.
Have you ever been to one?
It's called the basement.
Have.
Just go in the basement and go crazy.
I've never been to one.
Right.
I would love to go to one. Maybe that's like a show.
No, you've never been one?
Never.
No, I
it's
haven't
amazing.
either.
I've just heard about that.
It is amazing.
We should do it. We should do like a little
they let
field
you
trip.
They let you like you get control of a speaker. You can choose the music and all that. Oh, it's the best, bro. It's the best. I smashed some TVs, some fucking plates.
Kids just going crazy.
Yeah, no, man. I'm telling you, it's a great stress reliever, bro.
Yeah.
And it's cheap to do. We need to go as a show.
We should do that. We should do like a vlog, a behind-the-scene crunch time vlog of the rage room.
Fuck yeah, man.
That'd be sick.
Booter hits me with a bat in the rage.
Oh, I thought you were part of it. Sorry. I thought that was part of this.
Now, if you want to buy bigger stuff to smash, it does cost a little bit of money. That's where they get you at. But
what would be considered like a bigger thing to smash?
Like I said, a big screen TV.
How much is that to smash?
Probably like close to 100.
What about a car?
I'll just buy a TV.
You can't get a car in a room, Booner.
That's
Not a room that small, but
that's fair.
They have different items that cost more to break that are bigger. But yeah,
I think we should set one up here. We should find a place around here.
Yeah, we could just use the studio.
The back alley. We should go to the alley.
I'm not cleaning it up after.
What else you got, Caleb?
Yeah, this next one, for a lot of people, I feel like this is going to like hit close to home, and I've been told I don't have a childhood because I never really enjoyed this series. But they're coming out with the live-action Scooby-Doo series.
Again?
I don't know if you guys saw the trailer
this.
for
Yeah,
that.
bro, I saw this.
This right here, this is the dog. Cute ass dog, by the way.
Yeah, I hate it.
Awesome dog.
This is the dog they're using to play Scooby. What's his name? Shaggy is the other dude that he was showing in the trailer.
Right,
but
right.
For me, at least, I was never a Scooby-Doo guy, so it didn't mean too much to me. But I know a lot of people that grew up.
You're not a
with
Scooby-Doo guy?
No, I never grew up
I've never
with
heard
it.
that ever.
I didn't
Scooby-Doo
grow up
is
with it.
Scooby-Doo.
Do you guys remember like those the ones where they go to the amusement park and stuff?
Oh, well, that's a lot of episodes.
The movie that they did.
Yeah.
I loved that movie growing up.
Yeah, like they've done live action Scooby before, but they had CGI Scooby.
Which I like that.
That was good.
And it's people, what do y'all expect? They trying to make it more realistic. There's not a dog that looks like Scooby-Doo. Like, that's not realistic.
You could get a bigger dog.
You can get a bigger dog.
Like a Great Dane.
You'll get a bigger dog, but you're not going to get a dog that looks like Scooby-Doo exactly.
That
Like, it's not a real dog.
But that looks like a small brown lab, where that's like a baby lab. Like, get at least a bigger dog.
No, I do agree. Maybe
but maybe that was like a puppy.
I mean,
maybe it's an origin story though.
Put that back up, Caleb. I mean, they got Scooby looking like he's on bath salts. I mean,
he on the GLPs like you, man.
You know about the cartoon?
He's on that Mad Packs, man.
Well, dude, that's a baby. That's a puppy.
It could be an origin story. They could be telling Scooby-Doo's rise to prominence.
Okay, if it's that, I could deal with that. But you got to make Scooby has to be big.
The Scooby you're talking about, the Scooby-Doo movie from like early 2000s, that was like that's goated.
Yeah, the first one was anyway.
Yeah.
I ain't
Can we? Yeah, the first one. Can we
great.
stop doing this too? Like Hollywood, we got to figure out some new ideas.
Bro, they don't have any. And AI is telling them the ones they don't have. Like,
run back Scooby-Doo.
They just keep remaking movies.
Yeah,
like I heard this scary movie is horrible.
That's what we were talking about.
I could tell from
yesterday.
the trailer it was bad though.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
We need to new movies have to start coming out. People need new ideas.
Woodward Cinema, by the way, coming out.
Yes.
Yeah. Already out. Check it out. Is that all we got, Caleb?
I got a few more, but we could go to break.
Let's go to break. Tell us about what the heavies are doing this
Let me tell you guys about BlackRock, right? No?
When we come back,
BlackRock. Look at it back there, by the way. I should go there for lunch.
All right, don't stomp on the heavies moment, man. Look at
Shout out to heavies, man.
Friday, June 19th, mark your calendars. It's the Woodward Heavyweights Subathon. They are going live at 5 p.m. And here's the catch. Every single time you donate, it adds more time to the clock. You hold all the power in the chat. They could be live for forever if you guys just keep donating. I will say last year, I tuned in for most of it, but they were live throughout the night. I fell asleep, but Nick got a funny-ass haircut. It was really awesome. So Friday, June 19th, mark your calendars. Heavyweights, subathon. Make sure you tune in to that.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
If you're looking for the perfect spot to host your next party or get-together, head over to Black Rock Bar and Grill, home of the steak on the stone. Whether it's a graduation party, baby shower, rehearsal dinner, or whatever it is, Black Rock has the food and drinks and the atmosphere to make that whole experience unforgettable. The best part about it, they do have something for literally everybody. They have cocktails, mocktails, salads, burgers, and obviously they have their famous steaks cooked right on the rock or chef prepared to perfection. You could book your next event today at Black Rock Bar and Grill and find a location near you at blackrockrestaurants.com.
We're back. It's crunch time, Woodward Sports. Get those mailbag questions set through. Like the stream, by the way, we'd much appreciate it. Helps push the stream out in the algorithm. We got some questions here. Mike G. Mail sack. If you were single, KG, would you pick Velma or Daphne, and why?
Velma for the win, bro. Velma all day. Because, like, Velma, you know, she thicker. You know, she got the skirt sock combo with the glasses. It just kind of works.
Which one's
like
the redhead?
Daphne. And Daphne just basic, bro. And she's a whore. You want to be real about it.
Oh,
her
man.
always sneaking off with Fred.
Man.
Like, come on,
I
bro.
know.
Like,
that's fair.
they never solving the mystery. It's always Shaggy and Scooby and Velma.
I'm not in the
never
Scooby-Doo
them.
lore, but I did hear that.
Fred, yeah.
I did hear that.
Fred tapping that, man. Tearing that Daphne ass up. Anyway.
By the way, in the movie, I think Mary Jane, Isla Fisher, I'll take that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Isla Fisher is?
No, I'm going to look her
She
up.
Look her
sound
up.
fine, though.
Go look her up. You guys know who she is.
She got to find a woman's name.
Isla?
It's Isla. I believe it's pronounced Isla. It's spelled differently then. But when you see her, you know who.
Yeah, sure.
You know
I'm in.
exactly who she is.
Yeah, sure, I'm in.
I'm in.
She was. Have you guys ever seen Wedding Crashers?
Yeah.
She was the crazy daughter in Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, that was her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mike with another one. Mail sack. KG, chili, T-Boz, or left eye?
I'm a left eye guy, even though she was crazy as hell. But Chili is fine as hell too. But I think I'd have been a left eye person myself.
Chief IT Hip says, Mailbag, are you worried about Jahmyr Gibbs holding out if he doesn't get an extension?
No, he's playing.
I think he plays.
There's no way he'll hold out.
$14 million, fully guaranteed.
Yeah, he's not holding
Outside, one thing that is pretty impressive with the Lions organization, the only player we saw hold out in Brad Holmes' entire tenure was Anzalone, right?
Yeah, but he showed up.
But
he eventually was like,
what do you call it, like a
up.
hold in? They call it?
You're right,
Oh,
a
yeah,
hold
he's
in.
like there, but he's not practicing.
He wasn't at, what was it? He wasn't at OTAs, but reported, or was it OTs or it was like minicamp?
No, it was
But
minicamp,
reportedly he had missed minicamp the years before anyways. So it was like more so just, I think, all of us making that story a thing. And then obviously there was something going on, but he was there for training camp.
ETN Mailbag, what historic sporting event do you wish you were alive to witness? Any sporting event.
Oh,
I think when the Pistons won the championship in 2004.
I was going to say the same thing.
Damn, that's crazy.
That would be mine. For that. I was 7, but I'm like to be there though.
Oh yeah,
like
to
at
actually
your current
be there.
age where you can.
I want to be in the building. I would have loved to be in the building.
Wait, was the question
any sporting event you wish you were
was it
alive
alive
to
go?
witness?
Oh, alive. Okay, I witnessed. Then I take that back. I don't know.
I would say I would love to have been able to see that Bulls run, any of those finals. I think I would love to be there. And
any
watch
sporting event.
To watch Michael Jordan in person.
Miracle on Ice.
Miracle on Ice is a great one.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was thinking just straight Detroit as well. So
you could do Detroit.
You could, yeah. Maybe some of those finals, Bad Boys finals.
Seeing that. Maybe D-Max, the Turtle.
I would have loved to see the 84 Tigers close that game out. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Fight Night's a good one.
Fight Night at the Joe would have been
honestly,
something.
The Fight Night probably would be up there too.
Yeah.
Just to be there.
Because that was in 97, I believe. Correct?
What about, hey, what
I
about,
was born in 97, so.
Yeah, no, that's probably the best. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's crazy to think about that. Any sporting event of all time. I don't even know.
For me as a wrestling fan, maybe WrestleMania 3 because it was so big and it was here.
It was in Detroit?
Yeah, Pontiac Silverdome, 90,000. Still ain't touched that attendance to this day.
Crazy.
No way.
I think it was like 98,000, but yeah, it was some crazy number.
Who was like the main?
Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. And I hate Hulk Hogan for the record, but that was a big moment in wrestling. Like, it was like a huge moment.
That's huge. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
KJ, he says, mailbag, does the winner of Game 4 win the finals?
No, KG, I don't know if you
yes,
remember.
because I think the Spurs are going to win Game 4.
If the Spurs win Game 4, they're going to turn around and they have a chance to win this.
Yeah,
thing.
but go ahead, Caleb. My bad.
No, I was just going to say, KG, I don't know if you remember. I hope you could have my back on this because if I'm right, I'm a genie. Or do genies predict the future? Whatever
they grant a wish, but
whatever predicts the future. I said the Knicks were going to win the first 2.
Yeah, you did
on
say
the
that.
road, and then I said the Spurs were going to win the 2 at Madison Square Garden, and the Knicks are going to win in 7.
You did say that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's hey.
Confirmed. He said
so
it last
my
week.
answer to that is no. I think the Spurs are going to win Game 4.
I think whoever wins Game 4, I'm with K. I think they win the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's an important game for the Knicks.
It's going to be the Spurs.
Danny G says, mailbag, my buddy's stepdad is the fan who got punched in Malice in the Palace. He wasn't the guy talking shit, but they thought he was.
Wow. Oh, dude.
See, that has to suck if you're just in the building just watching and then someone next to you is going at players.
Right.
Ron Artest just comes out of nowhere and hits you. And
Yeah, because the first guy Artest hit wasn't the guy that threw the beer. It was the guy in front of him, and then he got to the guy.
That's crazy.
But it was crazy. I was watching that live as a kid.
Were you?
Imagine just it's a regular basketball game. Pistons getting their ass kicked. It's almost over, and then that just happens. Like, it was insane, bro.
Wow.
It was absolutely insane.
Yeah. Actually, I was with Stick one time, and we were driving out where he lived. Well, used to live. Now he moved, but he said he knew the guy that threw the beer. Like he lived over in that area.
Yeah.
We were in.
I
think I saw his old house.
Can we get the guy on the show? Is he still?
That's the most perfect aim of a cup I've ever seen. Like that shit hit his face. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, we'll do this one. Dante Mailsag, what names do you guys want to see the Tigers trade for before the deadline?
Trade for? I haven't even looked at any buying.
We could talk about that.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at any, like, in terms of them buying.
Yeah, and they normally don't. Like,
how about this? Let's do this. After these next 2 series, if they win these next 2 series, we'll have a buying segment.
All right, fine.
Okay.
Is that fair?
That's
Shake
fair.
on that?
That's
fair enough.
Shake,
That's
boys?
Fair enough.
Shake on that? I think that's actually a fair... Because there's no point of even talking buying unless they win these 2 series.
Yeah.
It's fair.
There's not even... There's
even if they was in a position to buy, they normally don't. Like,
yeah, that's true.
They normally don't.
They were in a
Scott
position
Harris
last
usually
year
goes,
and
we
they
just
didn't.
love our guys up and coming, man.
Right.
We love our farm system.
Before you guys leave, hit the like button on the stream. We appreciate every single one of you. Braylon Anson, and you got the heavies, 5 to 7. Braylon Anson, 2 to 4. So check them out. We appreciate you, as always, whether you don't agree with our opinions or agree with them. You tune
still
in.
love
We
you.
appreciate the hell out of you for that. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, Wednesday. We got the doc tomorrow giving us OTA updates. You're not going to want to miss it. But until then, we will catch you all.
Love you guys.
Peace.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.